Hood E.T. I like it. Hey, man.
Things kids get excited about during the holidays, and we have the top 10 here. Number 10 being seeing extended family. 43% of parents said that their kids were excited to see extended family.
Sure.
What?
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
cousins
as a
and whatnot?
kid, like Christmas Day is awesome already.
Yeah.
But getting to go to grandma's and running into all the cousins.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
The kids your age, you don't see but once or twice a year.
I'm exactly with you, Ted. Christmas morning was a magical time. You know, you got to enjoy that time with you and your family, and then loading up the car because, hey, we're going to head up north, we're going to go down south, we're going to go wherever it is that we're going. Like, I get to see my cousins, I get to see my aunts and uncles, and it's...
And more than likely, more presents for you.
Yeah.
At least one or two.
100%.
for sure.
I mean, as an adult, I feel bad as my mom's mom. Like, her side of the family, all the other cousins were older.
Yeah.
And we used to just bitch and moan until we got to Grandma Smith's to see all the cousins that were our age.
Exactly.
But as an adult, I get it. Like, my mom wanted to hang out with her mom.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
What does James Bond's doorbell sound like? James Bond's doorbell.
I don't know.
Dong. Ding dong. Why was the snowman buying carrots in the produce aisle? Why was the snowman buying carrots in the produce aisle?
Do you need a nose?
He was picking his nose. What's the difference between boogers and broccoli? The difference between boogers and broccoli.
Nothing.
People don't like to eat them.
Kids don't eat broccoli. Here's a couple of, he asked for a couple jokes, Mike, that said, ones that put Mike on the edge of his seat.
Oh, wonderful.
Your mom asked me to help grade her homework,
Oh, yeah?
so I gave her the D. What do bleaching your butt and your phone have in common? What do bleaching your butt and your phone have in common?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You can change the ringtone.
That's not bad. When I got my good fake, like, I had that terrible ID, Sal Tapio.
Yeah.
And then I got a real one, and I went to this bar. It's 10:30 at night. You don't know what to order. I ordered a frozen strawberry daiquiri. And the guy goes, "Oh, what do you want? Whipped cream on it too?" Yeah, man.
Oh, you didn't realize he's insulting you.
He makes it, and then my cousin looks at me. He's like, "Do not ever, ever order that again."
I told him I was with my buddy. A place called the Dirt Church, and I got whatever beer I got. And he asked my buddy Tony, "Hey, man, what can I get for you?" He's like, blueberry schnapps and 7-Up. And this guy's name was Tiny, the bartender, looked like a pirate. He's like, "You want an umbrella in your drink, little man?" And it just pissed Tony off the rest of the day. And I said, "Dude,
Yeah.
you ordered a blueberry schnapps and 7-Up at a place called the Dirt Church. You had to know you're going to be made fun of."
I was at the Green Turtle in Laurel.
Oh, that's where you're...
Yeah, can I have a fuzzy navel?
I just like that you didn't even know he's insulting. You want whipped cream? Hell yeah!
That sounds delicious.
Thank you.
All right, our men's room poll. Pick one to have sex to. You're taking Holly Jolly Christmas, Frosty the Snowman, Grandma got run over by a reindeer, or Blue Christmas?
Blue Christmas, because I think I can drown that one out.
Okay. Oh, you can drown it
You
out?
can drown it out, okay.
Yeah. All right. You say so.
Blue Christmas. Okay, if that's the case, what would be the worst of these four to try to have sex to?
I think Holly Jolly Christmas, because I'd want to dance. And sing
You
along.
can.
This was my go-to sex song. I mean, like, this is the word.
Okay, Samantha, if you're on top.
Could you do a striptease to this?
Yeah.
I could, yes.
I think the rhythm is right.
I agree, man.
Think so?
It's bouncy. You know what I mean? You could be too.
That's to say, if you want to dance, we'll just have you on top, right? Just do
That's
that.
it.
It's like riding a horse.
Coming from the man from Enumclaw.
Doggone it,
I'm
Steve.
just saying,
You gotta
given
make that.
the topic, maybe
I'm
that
allowed
is
to
not,
talk about horses.
I'm just saying they're the sex talk. It's like riding a horse.
Damn it. Talk about horses.
And now, the men's room legacy continues. Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the men's room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the men's room.
And away we go. Welcome to the 20th anniversary season, episode number 4,438. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and Mike Hawk. And you, our men's room. On tap today, we celebrate Bartender Appreciation Day on a Bad Choice Friday. The return of Ted versus the FCC. Plus headlines, a men's room shot of the day, fun listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted.
Click.
Fuck, drinkity drunk.
All right, here we go. A man uses a stolen credit card to buy $65,000 worth of booze. Yeah. Meanwhile, when you stalk minors and try to burn their homes down, you'll definitely make the news. California police bust a fake TikTok cop. A drunk woman shows everyone her entertainment and dining shop. And Detroit finally erects a statue of one of their finest. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, if you listen to this station on the regular, well, then you know that we are knee-deep in Coats for Kids. That's right, we've partnered with the Washington State Council of Firefighters in an effort to raise $50,000. $50,000 would put a brand new American-made coat on 2,000 kids in need right here in Washington. And every $25 puts a new coat on that kid. It's just that simple. And sometimes doing a good feels good. A man in Florida, he's being hailed as a hero after saving an 81-year-old woman that he saw fall into a pond. And when asked about it, he said he'd do it again. A different man in Florida said that he did not hesitate when he pulled a woman out of an SUV only seconds before a train smashed into it. I guess her car stalled there. He saw the train coming, and a man sprang into action. He saved the woman's life. And then there are those non-life-saving but equally heroic things that people do. In Utah, a college student, they are attempting to track down the Good Samaritan who was kind enough to return their wallet an hour away from where they lost it. And keep in mind, they just kind of left it on the doorstep. They weren't asking for praise. He has them on their Ring camera, essentially, but doesn't know who they are. He just wants to say thank you. It was a simple gesture, but it, quote, as the student says, restored my faith in humanity. That's from the guy that lost the wallet. Now, just because you attempt to do the right thing doesn't always mean that things end well. Earlier this week, we told you about a guy in Georgia. He was kind enough to rescue a wounded raccoon on the side of the road. And yeah, it bit him in the face, and it had rabies. A guy in California, he tried to rescue a cat that was stuck high up in a tree. So the guy climbed all the way up there. Yeah, he ended up needing to be rescued by firefighters, and to add insult to injury, the cat climbed down the tree all on its own. And then there's a guy in Texas. He attempted to help a woman in distress, and he got set up for carjacking instead. You win some, you lose some. But today we're talking about at least the attempt to do good. Hopefully everything went well, but it doesn't always. And that's what today's question, brought to you by our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration, is all about. Today we want to know who tried to do some good, and did it work out?
To be a part of the big show, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. Send your emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com, and now watch the show live on YouTube at KISW Rock.
Next.
By the way, tickets are still on sale for that if you want to go.
Okay.
Join us for the party. That's absolutely free. Then head on over to Angel of the Winds Arena in Everett, not Casino. And you're going to see a hell of a night. Looking forward to seeing Wolf Van Halen
I really am, man.
and Mammoth.
I've enjoyed all the music that I've heard from him. I've really enjoyed.
I know that, but Taylor Momsen and Pretty Reckless, they put out an entire Christmas album.
Did they?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
That was one of the reasons
Now-
that she was at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Is it original stuff, or are they just doing all the tried and true classics?
I believe it's a mix of both.
Okay.
I know they got a couple originals, but it's
Thank you. That's all I ask, right? Because every year somebody will put out a Christmas album, and inevitably it's the exact same freaking songs that you hear every year. So I appreciate anyone who says, look, we'll do a Christmas album, which is kind of annoying, but at least original stuff, man.
I feel like now I'm referencing only like In Sync, but like they have a popular Christmas song, but I feel like their album was mostly covers.
I understand
So
it'll
I feel,
mostly
so I
be
feel
covers.
like that's what
but
you do, right? Like if you have a Christmas album, mostly covers, then you throw in a couple of
give me
originals.
like 2 or 3. That's all, man.
right.
Put something new into rotation.
Also, Brent Smith and Zach Myers, our buddies in Shinedown, are going to be there, along with Daughtry and Hollywood Undead. Those tickets on sale now at KISW.com. All right, the game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK. Who is our next contestant? Ready to play the big game?
Hello, Connor. Welcome to the men's room.
Big Dummy!
Hola.
Connor, are you on Team Sober or Team Not Sober?
Technically not sober. I'm having a nice cold PBR, playing some guitar.
All
All
right.
right, chill day. All right, Connor, play one of these tunes to have sex to. Holly Jolly Christmas, Frosty the Snowman, Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, or Blue Christmas?
It's got to be Holly Jolly.
Oh, yeah.
It's the best time of the
No, it's Holly Jolly.
I don't know.
All right, Connor, here is your question.
Ali.
What was the name of the dolphin that Ace Ventura was trying to find in the movie Ace Ventura: Pet Detective? Yeah. It wasn't James.
Man. Heinz Smith-Skelovitz found Snowflake.
Snowflake.
Yes, one and done. Yeah.
One and done.
Good
All right,
job.
let's see. True or false? True or false? The company that makes Swiss Army knives has been in business since 1884. True or false? They have never laid off an employee.
Real quick, can I throw a shout-out for my band?
Sure.
Okay, we're playing a show at the Central Saloon in Pioneer Square on the 17th, and a charity gig on the 19th at Slice of Life in Tacoma. And I think that's true.
What's the name
What's
of
the
your
name of
band?
your band,
That
dude?
would be the best part of this.
Entourage, my bad. my bad.
Entourage. Okay. And you said true?
Yes.
He's on fire, this guy.
You are correct. They furloughed 20 employees during COVID, but that's been it.
You'd be
In
shocked.
1884, they have never laid off a freaking employee.
You would be shocked how many birthday emails we get where the person's name is not included. In the
I know. Like, dude, we'd love to do
Happy
this.
birthday to my wife, blah, 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 blah. I'll give her this, that, and the other. Like, so I always email back, does she have a name?
Big Dummy!
Hello, Josh. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, boys. How you doing?
Hola.
Josh, sober or not sober?
I am technically not sober. Just cracked a little drink here. So
Okay.
What are you drinking?
I got something I kind of made up. It's a Guinness with a shot of peanut butter whiskey in it.
Ooh.
That sounds great, man.
I got some peanut butter whiskey at home myself, my friend.
All right, Josh,
There you
pick
go,
one
man.
song to have sex to. You're taking Holly Jolly Christmas, Frosty the Snowman, Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, or Blue Christmas?
I'm gonna have to go Blue Christmas on this one. I think that.
Yeah, baby.
Christmas.
Yeah, slow and steady, buddy. Slow and
Wins
steady.
the race.
All right, your question. What movie holds the record for most weeks at number one at the box office? So it's not the movie that won the most money or made the most money, but the movie that holds the record for most weeks at number one at the box office.
Jurassic Park, the original.
Is it like Star Wars or something?
Jaws.
Right director, wrong movie.
E.T.
E.T.
E.T. I do not have how many weeks it was number one at the box office, but the research that I did do is the important stuff. So his whole thing was, the homeboy wants to phone home, right? Wouldn't shut up about it, wants to call his mom. We get it, you're homesick. So, based on international call rates, how much do you think his phone call to call home would have cost him? Because I'll tell you right now, I sympathize with the little fella, but When you add up the cost, I'm like, brother,
Is this international?
this is international call rates as they are right now.
I'll say $10,000.
$76 quadrillion is how much it would have cost ET to phone home. I'm like, dude,
Where was home?
I don't know, but it's 76. It's a different planet, so that's the first problem. But
16 weeks.
It was 16 weeks at number one.
Yes.
Damn, man, that's 4 months straight to watch a little turtle ripped out of its shell, wanting to call it his mama. All right, your question.
That's a different movie. I need to call Mama.
I need to call my mama. That's originally how E.T. was going to say it. Hey, man. Hey, Elliot. Hey, I need to call my mama, man.
Hey, Elliot. Hey, man, get in here.
Come here, man. You got my mama's digits? Yeah. I need to call mama.
Bend your ear for a minute.
Hood E.T. I like it. Hey, man. All right. Your question. How many cards does each player start with in a game of Uno?
6.
7.
Need some more of those snacks.
Hey, man, you got more of them Reese's Pieces? Hey, dog, I like that peanut butter, man. Your question. In what year did Washington, D.C. become the nation's capital? Was it 1787, 1789, 1800, or 1804? So 1787, 1789, 1800, or 1804?
I think New York City might have been the first, so maybe a little later, so 1804 maybe.
Not a bad guess. And I'm going to say Philadelphia.
Ah, okay.
It was 1800.
Hey, Ted, it's Josh from Maine, buddy. Next time you're in the area, we'll have to hook up sometime.
Dude, Josh, what's up, man? Miss you,
Hey,
dude.
man, guys, I've been listening to your show since 2009. First time ever calling in on Big Dummy. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, we hung out in the river together. Summer Valley just went deep. Josh is a solid dude, man. We stayed in touch over the years.
KISW.
Oh, Charles, away we go. Welcome to the 20th anniversary season, episode number 4,438. What a large and a charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. The exciting return of Ted versus the FCC as we wind down the year that is 2025. I believe we have 2 more attempts at Ted versus the FCC. Is that correct?
We have today. We'll
And
have
then one up
next
at
week.
Tony V's
Oh, yeah.
for the live broadcast. And then we're done.
Yeah, that might be it. 2 more.
And then after that, the final week is the end of year spectacular, where we play every miss on this year's Ted versus the FCC. And it's been.
And this year, that'll take about 10 minutes.
It will.
Is it even, if Ted gets both this week and next week correct, is there even a possibility of breaking 500 or.
I don't believe so.
Really?
Well, Mike's a good buddy, and he just kind of stopped telling me my record after a while.
Yeah. Well, we have a brand new one
He
today.
tells me to play hard and
That's right.
give it effort.
Actually, no. If Ted wins out, he will end with an
really?
above. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I have to double check this. I might be wrong.
I haven't won in like
So
a month.
did you win last week? Or did we retire that one? I know we retired it one way or the other, but did you get it?
I don't think so.
I don't believe you did. Well, we'll
No,
find out when we
right.
play the replay.
That's
before
a good point.
Ted versus the FCC.
I don't think we did.
We do have a listener submitted Ted versus the FCC for you today, Ted. Hopefully you'll be able to knock this one out of the
Well, I
park.
knew you guys were up late last night. You had one of your pills here.
Oh,
This
yeah,
one-
you
this-
saw that.
Yes.
We still don't know what it is.
This one has to do with chunky butt funk.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he's the topic of this week's Ted versus the FCC.
chunky.
So
Chunky
Ted versus
funk.
the FCC coming up at 4:35 on the program.
No, Ted, you can't break even.
Okay.
That's what I was.
Well, then what's the point?
Hey, you play out the string.
Okay.
It's like you can't throw you're not tanking in the NFL, right?
Right, you still got to play.
You still got to play the games. I'm still a professional broadcaster.
Okay.
I give it 100%.
I mean, the Raiders are going to play 17 games this season.
They will.
Don't compare me to the Raiders. Damn.
Okay, I'll put you Jets. Not doing well, but competitive in every game.
I am competitive.
All
Give it a
right, there you
shot.
go.
And people
You give it a
thought
shot.
maybe I had a shot at the beginning of the year.
They sure did.
I'm like Justin Fields of this.
Hey, like 2026 is not too far away. Coming up, we'll drink and toast the weekend with a shot of the day. That's Bad Choice Friday tag.
You know it's Bad Choice Friday. It's Bad Choice Friday. You know it's Bad Choice Friday. Hey, man, this is your fault.
We got a couple things going on today. They both make sense. Today is Bartender Appreciation Day,
I always appreciate
which I
bartenders.
celebrate almost every day of the year.
I try to.
Yeah, sure. They say bartenders have a rich history. They have been around since ancient times across various cultures and with over 500,000 bartenders alone in the United States.
Damn.
National Bartender Day is a big holiday to celebrate. Whether they say you go out to a bar or restaurant in your neighborhood, make a trek to a new spot in town, or share a drink with your favorite bartending friend.
Nothing
December
says,
the 5th
we appreciate you. Like, hey, no, we need you to be at work.
is the day to show your appreciation for all the mixologists out there. So they say, how do you show your appreciation? Tip them generously.
Tip.
Yes, increase your tip to acknowledge their hard work,
And don't order anything that needs to be muddled.
as that's most of their income when you break it right down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Say thank you. Just a simple thank you for all you do goes a long way to recognize their service. Try a new drink. Ask your bartender for their favorite cocktail or something they like to make.
What's it, NASCAR Spritz?
NASCAR Spritz.
Yeah.
What is a NASCAR Spritz?
You order a Miller High Life in a bottle, it kind of drinks them out of the neck, and then you add some Aperol.
Oh. Where are you going to find Miller High Life in a bottle?
At our local watering hole.
Oh, they
Miles.
have it.
Oh, absolutely.
They do.
Yeah.
That's
And,
not an easy one to find in the greater Seattle area.
Ted and my wife both enjoy the NASCAR Spritz.
Yeah. You go outside of Seattle. I swear to God, there's a ton of Miller products. There's always a Miller beer on tap. Best we can do here is typically a Miller High Life,
Sure.
whether it's in a pony or something like that. But yeah. They say be respectful, be polite, monitor your alcohol intake,
But just today.
and make safe plans for getting home. And they say just, hey, support the industry in general. Visit your local bars and restaurants, especially those with your favorite bartenders, to show the ongoing support. Support.
But just today. The rest of the time, you can be that drunken, disrespectful, low-tip a-hole you've always been.
That's right. And you know what else today is, Ted?
Friday.
It is Friday. It is also Repeal Day. You see,
Oh, yeah.
back in 1933,
Nice.
following the signature of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the United States ended a 13-year experiment with the increasingly unpopular nationwide prohibition of alcohol. So it's National Repeal Day. Today, December 5th. They say if you enjoy alcohol, this is a great opportunity to celebrate your legal freedom to consume it.
Damn right.
And while popular opinion tends to suggest that prohibition probably failed, it did succeed in cutting overall alcohol consumption in half during the 1920s.
Yeah, because it was during Prohibition.
So what did that mean? That meant zero tax revenues, and alcohol was zeroed out. That was the beginning of the Depression, pretty much.
Yeah, there you go.
You
man.
also have to factor in the amount of violence that upped because of bootlegging, and you created an illegal market.
And you had worse alcohol because bootlegging leads to stupid things.
Yeah.
Right?
They say given a dangerous flapper-style edge to the consumption of alcohol in illegal speakeasies also may have contributed to a whole cult around alcohol consumption, further glamorizing it to a point.
I will say, though, one good thing that came out of speakeasies is it helped kind of integrate us a little more.
It absolutely did.
Because then it was like, oh, yeah,
You got money, I'll serve you booze.
correct. The jazz singers were super popular, and they
That's
were
a
like, we need
huge
entertainment.
gig for jazz singers, man. It really was.
That's right. They say so if you own any flapper-style costumes, this is the time of year to pull
And
them
who
out.
doesn't?
Yeah, I got a flapper-style costume.
Everybody
at
break
home.
out your flapper-style costume.
So not only is it Bartender Appreciation Day, but it's also Repeal Day. So today we celebrate with LMFAO and Lil Jon.
Yes!
We should do a shot.
Yeah, I think we should.
Why not? It's Friday.
And we're celebrating the repeal of Prohibition.
Positive Friday.
I don't have a flapper costume, so that's the best I can do.
Yeah. So LMFAO and Little John doing shots. Take it on, Chum.
Few bands that if you just say the name of the band, if you're pulled over, you will be arrested for drunk driving. Just look at a cop and
I used
say,
to have a
Chumbawamba.
I used to have an autographed poster of all the members of Chumbawamba.
Congratulations.
I know. That's right.
What
Lucky
happened to
SOB.
him?
I don't know.
You wrapped some fish in it and
I
sent
have
it to
no
him.
idea what happened. Yeah.
How many members are in Chumbawamba?
Like 8,
Full-
9.
Okay, that's what I picked.
No,
Like one of
I do
these-
remember the poster. There's a ton of guys on the.
It looks like the Dave Matthews band out
He
there.
drinks the whiskey drink. He drinks the vodka drink.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Chumbawamba and Tub Thumping. Take it on now. LMFAO and Little John with shots.
And what
Vote
is
now.
this song about? What is tub thumping about?
So tub thumping is like when you stand on top of a tub and you're like preaching. You know, like
All
in
right.
England in that one square, they have all those people.
Yeah, but what does it have to do with drinking? Or are they just saying like,
I want to say this.
Like a
isn't it-
soapbox. essentially. Same idea.
Yeah.
Correct. Thank you, Miles. That's a better explanation.
Yeah.
I think he's just getting hammered or something. It's one of those fun songs that has some dark, sad meaning.
Okay. I got drunk, got on my soapbox, and all right.
One of those two tunes coming up right after we drink and toast with the shot of the day. Follow us on X at Men's Room Live and get to voting now on Bad Choice Friday. Okay, look, Coats for Kids is going on.
Correct.
We're doing real well as far as the total so far. I want to say that Ryan said we were up at maybe $15,000, $16,000.
A little bit over 16,000 as of this morning.
As of today. If you have $25, that $25 donation will put a coat on a kid this winter who needs one.
Mm-hmm.
There are 300,000 kids in Washington State that live in poverty, and the goal is 2,500 coats. Obviously, if we can do better than that, that would be great. Just know that $25 is going to put an American-made coat on a kid who needs one in the area. So
And it can be aggregate. So even if you got $2, throw it into the pot, man.
The Washington State Council firefighters, they do an amazing job with for Operation Warm and Coats for Kids, and we need your help. So during the show today, if you want to contribute a little bit, hell, if you give $100, call us up and we say, what good did you do? You say, well, I gave $100 for Coats for Kids. 4 kids.
Yes.
4 kids will have a brand new coat this winter. So you're doing good on that, and we need your help. So if you can, please donate now at KISW.com. But it doesn't mean all the time when you try to do good that it always works out. Hopefully, you could share some stories today about people who have done you a solid.
Sure.
Within your lifetime. Hopefully, you have paid that back, paid that forward in one way or another. And look, man, it's kind of hard sometimes to just talk about these types of things. And I know that sounds, no one wants to beat their own chest because they did something good. It almost sounds like a humble brag, but it's not.
Oh, no, I would. I just haven't done anything particularly nice.
All right. Well, you give money to charity every year.
I do.
And a variety of them, right?
All I would ask is, I do, and it's one of those things that we've been doing for years, and you kind of forget who you've been doing it for, because honestly, it's been 20 years. So it's just something that comes out of the check. Now that it is December, honest to God, 9 out of every 10 text messages I get are from the charities that I donate to.
Wonderful.
Sort of.
Well,
it's
they
like,
want your money. They want your money.
I do it every month.
I want your money. You
I
can
know,
donate to me.
but it's like I do it
Right
every
here.
month, guys. Why are you bugging me? Like, I get it. It's cool, but I swear to God, like, my phone keeps lighting up. And it's just all, and I'm like, oh, right. I forgot I gave you guys
Look,
money.
your wife, she gives more than anybody I think I know.
Jesus Christ, dude.
As far as her time, as far as her effort with not just your children, but their school, their schoolmates, their classmates, their teachers. I know
Everyone.
Yes, she
it's
does.
lovely.
She bakes. I mean, whatever's going on, if they're having a bake sale.
My house is a nightmare 100% of the time.
they're
Do you know
doing-
what we got in the mail today?
What's that?
I hadn't even left the house yet. Amazon drops off a box. She's like, hey, they're here. Do you know what it is? I was like, I never know what's in the box. It's kind of cool. They're like fake snowballs for indoors. All right, so
so you can throw them and not break anything.
you can throw them because she is hosting and has put together and has spent quite a lot of money and time organizing this thing for some of the little kids tomorrow at the school. They all watch the movie Elf. All right. So, and she's making sure they get fed. There's a bunch of logistics that go into it that I try to ignore, but I can't. But she ordered these snowballs because one of the things they're going to do, unsolicited, it was her and her friend's idea. When it gets to the snowball scene in the movie, they're going to pause it, and little do these children know, they're going to get their hands on probably about 50 of these fake snowballs each, and they get to have this massive inside snowball fight. And I'm like, that's actually really awesome. I love you for doing that. Can you stop?
Now, look, with us.
Have you thrown one yet?
I haven't. I wanted to. We were literally walking out the door when she opened it, and she put it in my hand, and I almost brought one into work. But I didn't, because I'm like, I know what will happen if I bring one of these snowballs. We would not get through the show.
Now, if you happen to enjoy a Men's Room Holidays Holiday Porter over the weekend, all right, it's only available on tap. It's a limited release. Delicious grandma's rum balls, hints of orange, vanilla, and seasonal spices in there. Fantastic porter. But just know, even if you're just sitting in a bar and you order one of our beers from Black Raven, that a portion of the net proceeds go to the 3 Fisher homes in the area.
Yeah.
When you buy the San Juan, the Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company, same deal. When you buy the Men's Room Beer Broads from Uli's with a Men's Room IPA inside the actual brat, a portion of those net proceeds, so you don't have to do a lot,
But it helps.
But if you do buy those products, you have to know that you're doing some good. So that's one of the reasons that we appreciate when you guys do buy that stuff.
Yeah.
And keep it selling, because not only do we get more shelf space, more people buy the beer, but the proceeds go to the right place.
I actually had to explain that to my daughter's school. Like a lot of schools, you have to get a certain amount of service hours. And they want it to be something charitable. Well, we did our 20-year anniversary of Black Raven a couple of months ago. And she worked with Kayla in the promotions team to help them set up and whatever else they had her do, all right? But that was going to go toward her hours. And the school initially rejected it. Saying, well, this was at a party at a bar, and we had to explain it's for a charity.
Yes, it is.
It goes to the Fisher House. Like all that beer, that 50% of that went to a charity that helps out current service members. What do you not think is charitable? So the school, to their credit, they changed their tune. So we didn't know that, and I said that is fair, but understand she was there doing something that brought 800 people showed up and spent their money. That goes to a very good cause.
Look, I had a boss at one point in time. He said, I need you to work smart. He said, the most important thing I need you to do is work smart. He's like, I want you to work efficiently and smart. And the reason is because I'm going to give you more stuff to do.
Right.
So I need you to be able to do more, but on these certain things, you need to work smarter, you need to work quicker, more efficient, and get this stuff done. So with the beers, with the sausages, that to me is working smart as far as giving you
Yes.
Now, if you listen to the Daily Mix show, you'll listen to Taryn talk about riding her bike
840 miles up a mountain.
Yeah, running up the steps of Columbia Tower. Those guys do things for a great cause.
But they do things.
But I say that's not smart.
I
Unless
agree.
you want to walk all the way to the top of the Columbia Tower. I did it one year with Ryan Castle. It's your legs are burning by the time you get up there.
They also have an elevator.
They do. And I took that down.
I'm just saying.
You don't go back down those steps. You take the elevator. So just think about it. You sit at the bar stool to celebrate National Bartender Appreciation Day, Repeal Day, get yourself a men's room IPA, and guess what you're doing, man? Not only helping out the bartenders, but you're giving back to charity.
Yeah. I mean, like, my God, we cannot make this easy. To me, this is brilliant.
Yeah. All right. Now,
Or go have a fun run if that's what you want to do.
now that we've beaten our chest.
Yeah.
You went on a fun run.
But you do it for the...
Well, I did a 5K because I wanted to watch Diplo.
Well, that's...
And I didn't help a charity.
Ted always has to know, ooh, they have this beer garden at the end. Or, oh, hey, man, Diplo's doing a set. So you'll do it.
I mean, I think some of it did go to some charity.
Sure it did. Sure it did. I bet it
something.
did. What was the name of the race?
Diplo's 5K.
Oh, what's called Diplo's
It's his
5K.
Diplo's
Diplo.
fun run. Right, but you're right. Taryn bikes for MS.
Oh, and it's great.
Yeah.
But it's like, man, but she's always like, man, my gooch is killing me. We rode 50 miles. And I'm like, man, like your dedication, it's outstanding, but there's got to be something more fun, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What's
To
it called?
raise
You get
money.
a finisher medal, you get a T-shirt, you get a Diplo and Friends set there.
Yeah, and I'm that guy. One 5K in 20 years. The medal's hanging on my mantle, and I wore the shirt every weekend since.
You could volunteer for it. I don't know that it goes down.
I think he's just making money. Yeah, so I'm a bad person
Wow.
trying to be healthier.
Oh, wait, there's a charity. Charity partner is Good Sports.
There it is.
There it is.
When it's helping a young athlete join their first running club or supplying the gear that they need to train and compete
Nice.
safely.
Look at Ted
Partnership
being
is committed
selfless.
to making sports accessible to all nationwide. New equipment, apparel, and footwear to kids in high-need communities.
And you love
Do you
sports.
see what you just did there, Ted?
Yep. And two of our listeners showed up. They
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
do the run. They just wanted to see the concert. So giving them that information, that was me helping them.
Look at that, man. You just keep giving.
That's right.
It just
That's
oozes out
It's
of you.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I just can't stop.
Can't stop
You
giving.
piss charity.
I'm going to be probably giving a $20 donation tonight at some bar.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
This is a very cool story that comes our way locally, by the way. And this was last week. Now, keep in mind that obviously, if you are going to college, you're doing pretty well for yourself, but it's expensive.
Who's doing well for themselves? They're going to college.
If you're going to pay for it, you're going to pay for it later, or someone
You're paying for it later.
now.
Paying for it later.
Yeah.
Paying for it later, or you're trying to work your ass off to try to pay some of it now. But either way,
I was having a conversation about old Sally Mae loans the other day with somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I didn't go to
brutal.
college, but I went to a broadcast school, which still costs thousands of dollars.
Yep.
So I remember having that loan, and then I was hanging out with lawyers, and my one buddy's wife just goes, "You have no idea how many years we were paying off that loan."
That's
you
what
got
hear,
yours
man.
paid off?
Yeah, I paid that one off pretty
Ours
quick.
is a lot less than, say, a 4 or 8 year college.
Yeah, right? I'm sure you did the same thing at
I
BIM.
had to take a little bit of a loan, right? It was just way more money than I had. But again, it was probably paid off in like 2 years.
Correct.
Yeah.
A group of University of Washington students were called into a meeting a couple Mondays ago and told to expect some news. So one student said, honestly, we thought we were going to be in trouble. But the opposite was true. It was announced that an anonymous donor had made a $50 million donation to the university's medical laboratory science program. That would be enough to cover senior year tuition for clinical rotations for the next 50 years, according to the Seattle Times.
Damn.
In other words, if you're a senior, they're going to wipe that last year out for you as far as you having to pay for it.
Sure.
How much went to NIL?
Well, I don't know.
And they got a new head coach.
It depends. We have a cookie. We have a cookie guy in town, man.
I don't know. I don't know if we have a crumble guy.
We got a crumble guy. The surprise announcement left students shocked and grateful, wiping out the $8,000 to $10,000 cost of the critical year. That often means students can't work part-time jobs because it's all encompassing.
You know who's actually happy are the parents. But yes, continue.
The donor, described only as a Washington resident, connected to the program, left behind one clue to their identity.
His name. No. What is the clue?
A Microsoft computer?
This person also loves Dick's Burgers, which were piled atop several platters and handed out to the stunned students as they celebrated the news. But that could be anybody. If you live in
Bill
Seattle,
Gates is the only billionaire I've ever seen that has photos of him waiting in line at Dick's.
well, it's because he's
And
the only
it's
one that
$50
actually
million.
goes.
Yeah.
Bill Gates pulls up in his Taurus.
Yeah.
And he's still that
So
guy.
it's Bill Gates then, basically, is what we're hearing.
Well, we don't know that. But the donation will also allow the program to expand from 70 to 100 students over the next decade, help address a national shortage of lab medical scientists, an issue that was pretty well highlighted during the COVID pandemic.
Sure.
What an incredible way for an unseen field to feel very seen, according to the students. This is so generous and surprising. The future now for us looks a little bit easier. The AP details other recent donations that are helping cover college costs for some students, including a $1 billion donation made by a former professor to New York's Albert Einstein College of Medicine, effectively making tuition there free for anybody who could get it.
If you can get in, yes.
If you can get in. So our question, who tried to do some good and did it work out? 206-803-ROCK.
The man.
Yeah, we hung out in the river together at Summer Meltdown.
Just went bees deep.
Yeah.
No. Josh is a good, solid dude, though. We stayed in touch over the years over Facebook.
So you met at the river, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And then, all right.
Yeah.
Were you naked?
No. No.
All right. Maybe.
I definitely take
Nice
it.
penis, John.
Yeah, but we were just sitting there skipping rocks. It was nice.
All right, real quick. Who skips rocks better?
Well, he's from Maine.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Whether
He
you
spends a
know
lot.
for rock skipping?
He hunts and stuff. He spends a lot of doors.
All right, how
Skips rocks.
many skips can you get on an average rock jump? I always bitch out at about 3. Every once in a while I might hit 4, but that's it.
I think I could do like a 15 to 20.
Damn.
And then you get a good, distance skip too. First skip to second skip. Sometimes you can go
Those boys from Maine.
50, 60 feet.
Yeah.
You never know.
Josh, I'll be in Cape Cod next summer, man. I'll hit you up.
Nice. Sounds good.
Join them for popcorn.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, your question. Fish, amphibian, lizard, or bird? What kind of animal is a hellbender? A hellbender.
What were the options again?
Fish, amphibian, lizard, or bird?
I feel like it's definitely not a bird or fish. Amphibian, I'll go with.
That's it. You got it.
Nice.
See, man, I always err on the side of birds and fish. I feel like if it's a really weird name or something, I don't know. I feel like it's a bird or it's a fish. In this case, it's a salamander.
Yeah, it's like a newt. Game is Big W, 206-803-ROCK.
Big W.
Hello, Samantha. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola.
Samantha, sober or not sober?
Sober. Driving home from work.
All right. Okay, Samantha. All right, our men's room poll. Pick one to have sex to. You're taking Holly Jolly Christmas, Frosty the Snowman, Grandma got run over by a reindeer, or Blue Christmas?
Blue Christmas, because I
Blue
think I
Christmas.
can drown that one out.
Okay. Oh, you can drown it
You
out.
can drown it out. Okay.
Yeah. All right. You say so.
Blue Christmas. Okay, if that's the case, what would be the worst of these four to try to have sex to?
I think Holly Jolly Christmas, because I'd want to dance.
Have a holly
sing
You
along.
can.
Christmas.
This was my go-to sex song. I mean, like, this is the word.
Okay, Samantha, if you're on top.
Could you do a striptease to this?
Yeah.
I could, yes.
I think the rhythm is right.
I agree, man.
So?
It's bouncy. You know what I mean? You could be too.
That's to say, if you want to dance, we'll just have you on top, right?
That's
Let's do
it.
that.
It's like riding a horse.
Coming from the man from Enum Club.
Doggone it,
I'm
Steve.
just saying,
You gotta
given
make that.
the topic, maybe
I'm
that
allowed
is
to
not,
talk about horses.
I'm just saying during the sex talk. It's like riding a horse.
Damn
I
it.
don't talk about horses.
They call it about. Damn it. Never mind.
Just saying.
Put
All
the
right,
shovel.
Samantha, here's your question. Who was the president before Lincoln? Who was our 15th president?
Old Jimmy.
I have no idea. Not my strong point, President.
Well, just guess.
I
one.
knew that about you.
Jackson?
What a dumb guess. No.
Hang on, the president before Lincoln.
Yep. I know Mike knows. 'Cause you can do them all in order, correct?
I can see how proud you are behind your beady ass.
Beatty.
Sorry.
Damn. Wow. Above the belt, sir.
No idea.
The eyes aren't.
It starts. His name is James
Franklin. No, he's the coach of Virginia Tech.
James Franklin. You just gave us a college coach.
Madison?
James Buchanan, man. God damn. Buchanan. Okay.
I've been oddly obsessed with this college football stuff.
You don't say.
I shouldn't say oddly. I'm a psychopath.
All right, Samantha. Your question: what kind of poisoning is known as plumism? Plumism. What has poisoned you? If the doctor says you have plumism,
It's not plums, is it?
it is not plums. No.
Is it lead?
It is lead. Miles tracking, right? So lead, PB, on the periodic chart, because in Latin it's plumbum.
Gotcha.
It's spelled plum bum, but I refuse to say it like that.
That's scary stuff, man.
Lead?
Yeah, lead poisoning.
Well, sure. I mean, and I get it back in the day. I was in paint and all this stuff.
Everything.
But when I was a kid, the teachers convinced you because you have lead in your pencil.
Yeah.
So anytime a kid got like the tip stuck in his finger, we're all like, oh my God, he's going to die from lead poisoning. And the teachers are like, it's not lead, it's graphite. They're like, then why do you keep saying lead pencils? It's very confusing.
Ticonderoga.
All right, your question. A tercel is the name for a male what? It is a car, but it's also a tercel, like the Toyota Tercel. It's actually named after an animal. The male version of what?
Is it a cheetah?
Is it some kind of deer?
That's the Impala. I
Right.
think you're thinking. It's a bird.
It's a bird.
Ooh.
Road runner.
A hawk. Yeah.
Hawk.
Oh, I should know that.
Yes, Mike.
My bad.
So is Blitz a Tricell?
I never. You got Czechoslovakia. It's gonna be
He's
weird.
definitely a dude.
How do you know? How do you know?
don't want to know.
I got drunk and found out the hard way.
Ted's in the back rooms of all those Seahawks.
Yeah, I know.
man.
All right, Samantha, what French word describes the person working at the front desk of a hotel?
Ooh.
Concierge.
You got it.
Yeah, that's nice. Nice job.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
What is the level of hotel before it goes from a front desk worker to the concierge?
I feel like when they say, I feel like if they tell me there's a concierge, the concierge actually has information for you.
All right.
All right, so the front desk person, I feel like they can check you in, they can check you out. They know a few things that are close by, where the concierge, like, that's the guy that hooks you up with illegal stuff or legal stuff, has been my experience.
Right. It could maybe get you a line on tickets.
Yeah, I mean, he's that guy. He has contacts, put it that way.
Also put in a reservation for you.
Yeah, that's that guy. Yeah, the front desk person is like, make your own reservation. The concierge says, no,
I got you.
I've got this. I'll do that.
I feel like the difference is about $200.
That too. Hello, Michael. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, how you doing? This is Michael.
Hola. Perfect.
Yeah.
Michael, are you sober or not sober?
No.
Not sober. Not sober. Okay.
No.
All right.
Michael, let's see here. Our men's room poll. You're going to pick one song to have sex to. You taking Holly Jolly
Elvis.
Christmas? What's that?
Elvis, all the way.
Short and to the point, Michael.
Oh, boy.
You get deep in there with that.
All right.
All right.
All right. We got to calm down.
Easy now.
Jeez.
Yeah. Nothing says sexy like a man who died on the toilet. All right, Michael.
Damn.
Here's your question. Which horror movie's sequel had the tagline, quote, "They're back"? Mike got it.
I have no idea. So I'll say They Live.
Think about it, Ted. What was so the original movie? The big phrase was "They're here."
They're here.
So the sequel is saying "They're back." It was Poltergeist.
All right. I thought it was Gremlins.
I didn't even know they had a sequel.
I do. I think they had at least two more. I know one they lived in a high rise, but I think that was the third one. I don't remember what the second one was going on there.
I never saw it.
With that creepy little kid looking at the TV. All right. Your question, what is a group of locusts called? A group of locusts.
A hazard.
A bad season.
A plague.
Plague. The plague. The plague.
Barf. The plague. All right. Your question, what fictional family lives at 0001 Cemetery Lane?
The Addams Family.
Gotta be that or the Munsters.
I was going to say, it is one of two. Are there any other popular monster families? Because there's the Munsters, Addams Family. I honestly,
Yeah. What's the cartoon where the regular guy marries into like Dracula's family?
that's
Hotel
Addams
Transylvania.
Sandler. Yeah, Hotel Transylvania.
So Dracula.
Adam's Family.
Yeah, you know, Tech Rings, the Dracula family.
Basically. More Big Dummy coming up, 206-803 Rock.
Once again
Up in Everett. So if you're in the Everett area, you're headed to the Unwrapped Show. Join us starting at 2 o'clock. We are not going to use the phones.
Nope.
So it's going to be you who are on site, answering our questions, playing our games, having fun. We're going to have a couple of the artists who are playing the Unwrapped Show over at Angel of the Windsor Arena stopping by. So interview a couple of those guys and then head on over to the show. It's basically just 2 blocks away from the arena.
It's super close.
So it's good and close. What else we got going on? Oh, And wrap
Also-
tickets all this weekend, by the way, if you want to win starting tonight with the lovely Jolene.
Also, for a lot of people, if you don't have a ticket to the show, still come by.
Yeah, come by anyway,
Absolutely.
man.
It's going to be a
Why
good
the
time.
hell
All
not?
right, our question today, who tried to do some good and did it work out? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Peter. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
Nice. So, a great story of no good deed goes unpunished. About 2 years ago, me and my dad were, I was doing Thanksgiving at my house in SeaTac. There was a homeless lady living under like a plywood piece by 7-Eleven near me, and I felt really bad for her. So I always seen her, on the way home from work. So me and my dad put together this dish. We just packed it, just full of turkey, ham, potatoes, yams, green beans. Even got a piece of pie, with some whipped cream on it. We
Damn.
put it nicely in containers, hooked it up in the bag, and we woke up to her. I was like, come with me, Dad. We woke up to her. She came out from underneath that little thing she was sleeping in and woke up to me, grabbed the bag, and then she freaking threw it at us and started screaming like, you MFers are working for the man, and you came here to get me or something, and all the food is just laying there on the floor. My dad, started laughing. I just kind of put my head down, and, it wasn't her fault. I'm not saying anything bad about her. Obviously, she's, mentally ill, but it was pretty funny.
That's
man.
well, look,
You tried, man.
That's the part of the question. Did it work out?
Right.
Yeah.
Your heart was in the right place.
Did it work
Thanksgiving. You want to do the right thing. That's the response.
Hey,
And
Peter,
control
Peter,
that.
someone tried to help Ted get a nice Thanksgiving meal one year, and he
come on,
completely
man.
rejected him.
Yeah.
Right on.
That's still one of my favorite
Yeah,
stories.
you got it, man. Yeah.
Look, it's Sunday morning, the Sunday before Thanksgiving, right? I'm going to the market on 3rd Avenue. Dan's.
Yeah.
Right? I
Oh,
live
yeah.
in Belltown. Dan's was a great little, market. Right? Just quick stuff. But I guess the sweatshirt I was wearing, full disclosure, had a couple of stains on it or whatever. But I literally put it on. It was like, go get a Sprite, something.
Yeah.
Right. And I walk by, and that mission in the recovery center is doing like a Thanksgiving dinner. The guy's like, free dinner. Come on in. And I'm like, no, it's okay. And he's like, it's okay. It's free. And I'm just like, God. And I'm going to buy food.
Right.
And then I think when I walked back, he was even still out there like,
Hey, come on. No,
come
seriously.
on, man.
Don't be ashamed.
Don't
brother.
be ashamed. Basically, right. That's the way he was talking to me. Like, he didn't say it, but he's like, there's stains on your shirt. You're obviously not doing well. It's like, I'm living in a condo over there. I'm doing fine.
Hey, you must have been hungover or something. There's got to be more.
I mean,
to
I'm
it.
sure I just looked like crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
And generally, most people don't just stroll up and down 3rd, but I don't care.
Right, 'cause that's where you live.
But you're right. I'm probably hungover, so my eyes are droopy. I'm wearing that hoodie with just stains on it. Like the hoodie you wear around the house.
Sure.
Right? But it's 11 a.m. on a Sunday. Who's going to notice?
I don't think any of my hoodies look that bad.
I know.
Don't look that bad.
If you
Yeah.
said dress this part, I don't think I could do it.
I would have to
try
do
to walk
something.
by that. What could you wear to walk by that and get invited in? I don't know if I've got
That's a
it.
good challenge. Find your worst clothes, whatever condition. Walk by the mission on that particular Sunday. See if they invite you in on an assumption.
Maybe like my yard shoes, my grass cutting shoes.
Well, and it was, even at that time, it probably was a hoodie that was 15 years old.
It's all faded and
Right, so
ratty.
it's and I'm just saying, I would just wear it around the house all the time. So if a little food spilled on it, I wouldn't bother washing it. I was just like, all right.
I'm just saying from his perspective. He says no one who has a roof over their head would look like this in public. But that was his assumption. If you look like this,
Come on in, buddy.
and you're in public,
No, it's okay.
You can use some.
Did you ever go to that bar, Kelly's, on 3rd?
Yeah.
You did?
I have.
I don't know.
That was probably the most dangerous bar in town.
I did not go often.
People get stabbed in there.
Yeah.
Remember the writer that wrote that whole book on dive bars in Seattle?
Yeah.
We had him in, and even he said, I don't go in there.
Mike
People
Seeley.
Yeah, people get stabbed in there.
Sure.
So it's like those people, I saw people get beat up at Dan's before, so it's just like, it doesn't matter what I look like.
Right.
Apparently it does.
Who tried to do some good and didn't work out? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, VD. Welcome to the men's room.
Oh, God.
Hola, you sluts. How are you?
What's up, dude?
Are you back in town?
I am. I got back Wednesday night. I landed in the lovely Pacific Northwest at about 10:16, got off the road, and slept in my own bed. It was great.
All right.
Okay. All right. Didn't get stuck in snow or anything like that driving through Montana?
No, not Montana. I got stuck in the snow in just west of St. Louis because I-70 was a complete crap show, and there were spin-outs and there were jackknives, and I sat on the road for about 2.5 hours. I'm like, screw it. I'm getting off the road. I'm getting a room with me and my dog, Henry. I'm going and find myself something to eat. I'm going to drink whiskey. I'm going to fall asleep, and I'm going to get up in the morning and try this crap again.
Did you have to tell them that you had a dog, or did you just rent the room and sneak Henry in?
I did.
So the latter.
The latter. We get it.
Yeah, the latter.
I did that in Georgia, and it worked out just fine. But I'm like, no, I should tell the truth. So I got to wherever the hell I was in O'Fallon, Missouri, and it was a hotel where they said they accept dogs. I'm like, cool, you guys take dogs. They're like, oh, no, we have new owners. We don't take dogs. I'm like, are you effing kidding me? Okay, so never mind. So I found a La Quinta.
Oh, lovely.
La Quinta, I'm telling you,
just
man.
like Palm Springs, man. They're exactly the same.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
La Quinta takes dogs, and it was great.
So they let you in, too.
Long story short, my uncle and I, he's 87, were going to breakfast last Tuesday or Wednesday. We stop in Woodstock, Georgia, and on the way there, the car we're passing, the hood flies up. We're like, holy hell. So we pull over in front of this car. It's a student at Kennesaw State in Georgia, and she's 22 years old, and she is fantastic.
This is why you helped her.
Well, of course.
Well, yeah, we're both single men at this point, so why not? So we get there, we pull over, like, do you need help? She's like, yes, I'm not sure what's happening. My father fixed the hood, fixed everything else. It should be fine. Well, the car is all dented up in the front end. I'm looking at the hood enclosure for the latch and the release, and it's just not sticking. I'm like, okay, hold on. Grab a bungee cord, get on the ground. It's 28 degrees. It's raining. We're doing this thing. She's like, I'm not sure what to do. I'm like, I got this. It's fine. My uncle's there. He's great. Fantastic. So we get the hood latched, and I wrap it around a few times. I'm like, do me a favor. Do not drive fast, because your father did not know what he was doing, and you could die on the road. She's like, okay,
Godspeed.
Thank you so much. So we get back to my uncle's truck, go to breakfast. He's like, what do you think? I said, I think that she's going to call her father and say, you're a moron, but we did our good job for the day, and we saved her life. So that is my story.
All right. You're sticking to it.
Hey, Jason, I hate to break it to you. We read the tragic story of a woman driving in Georgia. Her hood popped back up.
Yeah.
She went off the road. All they found was a burned-up bungee cord, man.
Just ready to graduate.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
You did the best you could. I like that. You only did it because she's good looking. Like, yeah.
Of course.
Remember, there's a woman. And look, it's great when people volunteer, when you're not an expert, right? So someone's missing in the woods, and you get 100 people go out and they comb the area to find them. Typically, there's maybe 15 volunteers, but I think it was last year ago, there was a young woman who was lost in the woods. All right. They mentioned that she was naked in the woods, and something like 250 volunteers showed up.
They also showed a picture of her.
Yeah, like 247 of them were men. Like, I know why you're there. She will be found.
Eventually.
Yeah, I saw the picture. I'm like, man, we should take the day off and help.
That's why we
Feel
excuse
charitable.
criminals with mugshots.
Exactly.
Look at that.
Oh,
well,
man.
I don't know. I mean, if she's going to try to stab me, maybe I'd try to fend her off,
Yeah.
That's almost. I follow mugshot hotties, and
You're being for real, aren't you?
yeah, but generally it's
Is it
on what?
Instagram?
yeah, I think it's Instagram. Yeah,
Mugshot.
and it's just attractive women who have mugshots. But Miles is correct. I would say 90% of the time it's either like DUIs or
Mugshot babes?
maybe it's mugshot babes or like trying to stab a guy.
Oh, here we are.
But it's never like ran a drug ring or white collar crime.
I forgive all of them. You're right. I mean, you just look at that. You're like, man, oh, man. Wow. What did she do?
Timber Marie.
Yeah.
Driving on a revoked driver's license, suspended ID.
Don't care.
Public drunk intoxication.
Don't care.
Again, a lot of DUIs, public drunkenness, and then stabbed her boyfriend. Or like burnt his house down.
Right.
Who tried to do some good and didn't work out? 206-803-ROCK. Well, I'm following it now.
Hello, Streeter. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, what's so funny? Hola.
Hola.
I'm on speakerphone. Maybe I can hear me better if I take it off. Hola.
Hola. Okay.
Hola. So I have nothing against firefighters. They are some very brave men and women, just as much, if not more so, than other local authorities. But I had a bad one when I came home from work to find the neighbor across the street hosing down his under eave of his house, and the smell of smoke and then the sight of flames. So I ran across. This man spoke Spanish, probably maybe 5% English, but we both understood the task at hand, and that was to try to put out his fire. I just got off work 2:30 in the morning. I'm a bartender. I can't say or won't say the name of the bar at the time, but it's in a beer inn, and it sounds like it rhymes with Bane's World.
We will never figure this out.
No, your clues are crazy.
No, never. But it wasn't. It was a different name, same location. Well, anyhow, I helped this guy with a hose inside and out around his fireplace. Long story short, fire department shows up and basically gives me anything but a dirty word in the middle finger for trying to help a neighbor put his house out with his garden hose. Like a cold shoulder, spoke down to immediately. It was just wild, and I made it very clear. Hey, I just got off of work, saw my neighbor's house was on fire, and that he's watering his home at 2:30 in the morning. Thought he might need a hand when I saw flames and smelled smoke, but no. They were not having it, and just absolutely kind of cold-shouldered me, and then it gets a little better. The family, it was like I think it was a duplex, like a bi-level duplex kind of on a hill. I've never been there, and I've never been behind it, so I can't say if it was, but it was definitely not, a single. So anyhow, there's this family, at least 5 kids and 3 adults. And living across the street, we're standing out there as, the professionals doing their job, right?
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they're in their pajamas, and a couple of them grabbed blankets, but not everybody did. It's an emergency. Smoke, fire, whatever. Firefighters beating on your house, And so we invite them into our home, and our living room's like, right up front, all glass front, sliding glass doors and whatnot. And, they were just sitting out there for a good couple of hours before I invited them. Well, meanwhile, there's two of these firefighters in full gear, helmets and everything, but they set up a little table, like one of those tall folding plastic ones, the ones that you can never get to open and close easily.
Yes.
Right. So they set it up, and they had all these snacks, waters, and bottled waters, a couple of different types of granola bars, and something else, like maybe like a ho-ho or a Twinkie or something, some kind of confectionery individual wrapped. And
this is very specific. Did you let them into your house and feed them?
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness,
Okay.
we got there. I just saved 5 minutes.
So we took the family in the house, but I went and asked these 2 firefighters, like, hey, I think one of these girls could use some water. She keeps coughing. No EMTs checking them, nothing like that. They never came. But I just asked for like a bottle of water from one of these 2 firefighters standing there at the table like they were selling it. And they denied me. And I said, well, it's not for me. It's, one of these girls is coughing, and I don't know, maybe she needs some water. And they said, no, this is a setup for firefighters only.
Okay, man, not to nitpick, but did you have running water in your home that you could have offered the coughing girl?
Yes, absolutely, but this was before they were in the home.
Okay, all right. Fair enough.
Okay.
They're still sitting outside, yes.
Well, you did a hell of a job there. putting out the house.
I mean, you can just give them water. That's the one thing I know
Flows right out of the tap.
I've got in my house.
I have a cup too.
I got it all, man.
I would think the firemen probably at the table. So there's got to be some kind of protocol if they're inhaling smoke.
Oh, guaranteed.
Right? Like I don't think they were just being mean.
Nah, F that little girl.
The hell with firemen.
Wow. I know, that's what I got out of that.
Yeah. Also, I hang out Buren a lot. His clue did not help.
Yeah.
It rhymes, what do you say? Baines World?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure that bar did not want the free publicity. The last thing they want is to people know that they exist.
Yeah.
And you should go in there and patronize them. I'm not going to tell you what it is, because then people will go there and spend money.
I still like people that go like, yeah, I work somewhere. I'm not going to say what it was, but it rhymes with Bamazon.
Yeah, no.
Like,
just say it.
Right, just say
freaking say it.
where you were working, dude. You obviously want to.
Don't Google Bamazon. Who tried to do some good and didn't work out? 206-803-ROCK.
Season.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
So this comes to us from Talker Research, and we're talking about the younger demographic, the kids, if you will. A website surveyed 2,000 millennial parents with young kids and asked them what the things kids get excited about during the holidays. And we have the top 10 here. Number 10 being seeing extended family. 43% of parents said that their kids were excited to see extended family.
Sure.
What?
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
cousins
as a
and whatnot?
kid, like Christmas Day is awesome already.
Yeah.
But getting to go to grandma's and running into all the cousins,
That's what I was gonna say.
that's awesome.
The kids your age, you don't see but once or twice a year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm exactly with you, Ted. Christmas morning was a magical time. You got to enjoy that time with you and your family, and then loading up the car because, hey, we're gonna head up north, we're gonna go down south, we're gonna go wherever it is that we're going. Like I get to see my cousins, I get to see my aunts and uncles, and it's
more than likely more presents for you.
Yeah.
At least one or two.
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, as an adult, I feel bad as my mom's mom. Like her side of the family, all the other cousins were older.
Yeah.
And we used to just bitch and moan until we got to Grandma Smith's to see all the cousins that were our age.
Exactly.
But as an adult, I get it. Like my mom wanted to hang out with her mom.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I was like hanging out with my dad's side of the family because I was the only side of the family that had boys as cousins.
Yeah.
It was It was all girls, and there was like 6 of them on the other side. No, that's not true. There was 4 of them, plus my 2 sisters. So yeah, there was 6. But it's like I don't want to play.
Yeah, at that age, like this is not where I want to be.
Dolls, man. Like, come on, I want to go play
Well, not like
video
that,
games.
but like with boys, they've got new toys too.
Yeah.
So your cousins and all those.
Let's go do this.
Yeah, what did you get? All right, man. I want to play with that.
Hell yeah,
do it.
man.
Plus, like Thanksgiving was the official start of football season. We had put away the wiffle ball bats.
I like it.
It's always sports related in my family.
Staying up past their typical bedtime.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fun too.
Which I think if my parents ever allowed us to stay up past our typical bedtime coming up to the holidays, it was so that we would sleep in on Christmas morning.
Well, that's why almost any parent does it. Like, oh, yeah, you can stay up late tonight, just knowing it brings us a little peace tomorrow morning.
Correct.
You're going to sleep.
And they're
in.
still going to get up at 5.
Yes, they are.
Oh, Christmas Day for sure.
I will say that one thing that I did love doing, I was never one to stay up too late past my bedtime because I just like to sleep for one. But I always woke up in the middle of the night. Throughout my entire life, I've woken up in the middle of the night. But at 3 o'clock in the morning, because we left the tree plugged in on Christmas Eve night.
Yeah,
and
see that glow.
I'd love to go downstairs, see that Santa showed up. I got the hall down there. It's still to this day, one of my favorite memories of being a kid was going down there and seeing that Santa had showed up and he displayed all the presents down there. It's lit up. That is Christmas magic to me right there.
Oh, yeah.
I love
Yeah,
it.
man.
My dad always had a check too.
Oh, yeah?
Make sure Santa wasn't still down there.
Yeah.
And I mean, we'd up at the top of the
Somebody's
stairs.
down there
Like,
doing last minute.
yeah, like horses waiting to get out of the gate.
Right,
Like,
right.
is he down there? Can he come down?
Outdoor activities. There you go, Ted. Back to bringing out the football.
Oh, 100%, man.
Going out there, the snow's coming down. You get to go out and go look at Christmas lights later on at night. Maybe you're going doing something. You get a hot chocolate, whatever.
Yeah, or even, I know down in Tacoma, they do them at Point Defiance
Yep.
or
Zoo lights.
Whenever you could drive around or walk through a light thing. Like,
We've
that's
done that
awesome.
a few years. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Just snow in general.
No.
As a kid, you like it.
I did not even as a child.
No, really.
I just didn't. I've just never liked because I just don't like being cold. That's
Yeah,
all.
that's
I mean,
fair.
there were snowball fights and that was cool, but other than that, I did not need to be. And like sledding, that was fun.
Yeah.
But if I'm not having a snowball fight or sledding as a kid, I'm like, I do not want to be.
I
out
was
there.
good with it for about an hour, then I was ready to go inside.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Family traditions. That was
Sure.
one thing that
Yeah.
my sisters always loved. They're, the one that they loved the most that I for whatever reason, like when they got into the teenage years, all of a sudden it became the annual tradition. I was like, no, we literally just started doing this last year. But Grandpa would read the night before Christmas before we went to bed.
All right.
So that was a nice little thing that they enjoyed.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, if your family has a tradition, this is probably the time of year it's most likely to pop.
Mine that I hated was midnight mass.
Oh Lord, midnight mass?
Oh yeah.
You never went to a midnight mass?
No, sir.
So, I had some family members that did this. You go to midnight mass, and then they basically would have a party that started at 12:45, 1 a.m.
All right.
Ours only went a half an hour, but still seemed like
Yeah.
days.
Lord.
We always got Lito's Pizza, too.
Holiday entertainment. Again, these are the top 10 things that kids get excited about during the holidays. And that's got to just be all the Christmas specials that show up. You got Charlie Brown on there.
I mean, when I was a kid, yeah, Rudolph, that was huge.
Hell yeah, Peanuts.
For some reason, Wizard of Oz, not a Christmas movie, but
Sound
was
of
always
Music.
shown at Christmas.
Which I never...
thought Wizard of Oz was Easter.
I always saw it at Christmas. That was
Maybe I'm wrong.
The school would get all, it was like that was the big talk in the school, like Wizard of Oz is on tonight, man.
Yeah.
Even though we've all seen it 500 times, we must watch it again.
Time off of school for winter break.
Well, of course.
That's a gift.
Well,
Yeah.
man, when we were in school, it wasn't, man. If we missed a snow day, we had to make it up in the summer.
Yeah.
Right.
We didn't have a spring break.
I don't know.
My kids,
Yeah.
I would just say, what is going on? Because I was jealous.
Yeah, they're constantly off
I'm
from
like,
school.
I wish that we had that opportunity to just have a day off here or there. And that never happened.
No.
Never. Hated it.
Holiday foods and treats. 67% of them all love the holiday foods and treats.
Yeah, because 99% of it's sweet, right?
Right.
Pie, cookies, all this stuff. Like, all right.
It started up. My aunts would come on over, and they and my mom would spend one day, or maybe it was just one day, that they would all just show up at one of the houses, and they would all just bake the entire day.
And I was like, man, you better be doing the one with the Hershey Kiss in the middle.
Yes,
yes.
I liked
that was the one.
What was they're like little smash cookies. You roll them up into a little powdered ball, and then you smash them down there. No, the
I
chocolate
do know
ones?
what you're talking about. Yes,
I love those ones. I forget what they're called, but I love those ones, man.
I like the one. I'm with Miles, but that Hershey Kiss. I know it's just some plain ass cookie, but somehow you put that Hershey Kiss in the middle. It's like this is fantastic.
And people that can bake, right? Like credit where credit's due. My sister-in-law, she some of the cookies are unreal.
Oh yeah,
but she only makes them one time a year.
Right.
This is my wife's time of the year to bake, and it's
Yeah.
fantastic for me and the kids.
When our boy Chaz was here, his wife would make a whole bunch of cookies.
God, I know.
Phenomenal.
And he would the devil would bring them over here, man. Oh, they're out on the counter. Like, doggone it,
But he would
Chaz.
say she made them for you guys. Like,
I
cool.
know.
I made snickerdoodles one year and took them to Mike's house, and he was a good friend, but it was like biting through a brick.
You tried, Ted.
They were so hard.
You tried. There you go, Ted. Holiday lights and decorations at number 2. 72% of kids love those holiday lights and decorations. And I feel like that the number of houses that are doing that has gone down dramatically. Not to mention that the lights have changed to where they're not near as appealing. They got that corporate blue, as they're calling it, which I just don't like. They're not near as warm as they used to be.
I mean, yeah. I like my Christmas displays gaudy.
Yeah.
Right? Red and green lights, colored lights, like all that stuff. I respect people that put up anything, but yeah, I want it to look ridiculous.
I'm with you. It's just Is how it is. What are you looking at over there, Steve?
Oh, I'm just chuckling at Ted because I know you like the big gaudy, like, man, give me big fat lights, multiple colors.
Ugly Christmas.
Yeah, look, I'll make sure to put out a picture of my tree this year. I mean, it's got tinsel on it. I mean, it looks like the tree for
Icicles.
Yeah.
Attaboy. And then this is the number one thing that kids get excited about during the holidays with a resounding only 81%. Y'all know it. Presents.
Yeah,
Oh,
of
God,
course.
yeah.
The presents.
I mean, that's really what it's all, because all of that leads to presents.
That's right. When I went down at 3 o'clock in the morning and looked at the tree, I was like, I spent a moment pretending like all of those were for me. Just like, damn right.
Oh, yeah.
Damn right. I know that I get maybe, 5%.
Sure.
But I don't care.
Doesn't matter, but it's still yours.
And the anticipation.
Yeah.
Just knowing you're going to wake up, there's going to be presents.
I learned that later on, that the anticipation was the part that I loved most of all.
Yeah.
Just getting excited is what you waited for.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's see here. A man in Louisiana couldn't pay his parking fees, and he managed to make it everyone else's problem, Miles.
How do you do that?
I'll tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are countdown at 5:50. In the meantime, if we made it to drinking time.
KISW.
I'm a lone man in here. Will somebody give me some help? 206-421-ROCK, 800-783-ROCK.
Wait, Ben's got the video camera. You got to show Ben your technique again.
I'm
not doing it like this.
I get my hand like that. Drop it up like that, man.
I'm not doing it like that. What? I don't want to drop it in my underwear, and I don't want to throw it from the back to the front.
Will you
man.
promise me?
I'm in a public bathroom.
Will you promise
Can I just dip them in there or something?
Will I just get some credit if you're right?
No,
if I'm right on this?
you cannot dip them in the jar of powder.
No, I mean, like, put it in my hair and then just drop into it.
So if you can get Gold Bond or baby powder or something, and before we get to emails, hopefully everybody will be nice and talked up in here. Ryan, are you willing to talk up your...
Continue. This is the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Well, this one didn't work out too well. One failed rescue attempt by a well-meaning man led to a successful rescue by well-equipped LA firefighters. At the center of it all was a black and white cat, perched high above a North Hills neighborhood in a towering tree. The residents said the cat had been in the tree on the North Burnett Avenue for at least a day or two. The owner trying to coax it to come back down. Cat's been up there crying since yesterday, according to a resident. When a man climbed the tree Wednesday night to help out, he then became stuck for about 2 hours. So firefighters used a ladder to bring the man down. But the cat, he remained high up on the branch as of Thursday morning. By the way, the cat came back down on its own later Thursday. The man was not injured after the failed rescue attempt.
That's my favorite part of the story. The cat's like, yeah, it's like, dude, I can get that.
Anytime I want him. Who tried to do some good and didn't work out? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Mike. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello, how you doing, guys?
Hola. Doing great, Mike. Positive Friday.
Yes, very positive, very positive. Oh, by the way, I work for a aerospace company in the area. It sounds like going too far.
Well played.
Yeah.
Well played.
I have no idea.
Can't figure it out.
So about 20 years ago, I was at a truck stop in Spokane. I used to be a long-haul truck driver, and I was listening to these guys talking and stuff like that. So this one guy had me laughing my butt off there. He said he was at the casino about 2 weeks earlier, and he had won this big jackpot. And he was feeling all good about himself and stuff like that. And he was in Tacoma, and he was coming down to the exit at the casino there, and he seen a guy standing there with a sign saying, anything will help. He had his wife and hold the baby in a blanket and stuff like that. He rolls down to the light. He says, I'm going to do it. So he pulls a $100 bill out of his wallet, and he hands it to the guy. The guy turns around, shows his wife the $100 bill. She takes the baby and throws it in the bushes, and they head for the casino.
What?
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 It was a doll.
Oh, it was a doll.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, my
God. This guy was upset.
They didn't even hesitate. They just threw that bitch into the bushes and went to the casino.
Yeah, headed for the casino.
Okay.
Damn.
Well, I guess it didn't work out for him.
Damn.
I've had a lot of those today.
I did get help at a casino. You were there, Miles. I think we're in New Orleans, I believe. And I don't remember what hotel we were at, but they had a little casino on the bottom.
We were across the street from the Harris.
Okay, that's what it was. And so it's like late night. We go in there, and they got a couple slot machines, whatever. But this wasn't a normal slot machine. There's like all these different things you can play with the buttons, whatever. I'm sitting there, and I'm dumping up my quarters and my bills. I don't remember. But there's this old Asian lady sitting to my left, and she keeps looking over at me, looking at my machine, and I'm just like, whatever. It's a casino. Everyone in a casino is weird. For whatever reason, they choose to be weird. Finally, I've never seen this move. She's just, no, talking to me. I'd put my money in. She slaps my hand away from the machine, presses these buttons, and I don't know what button she presses, but she's like looking at me angry, like, this one. Then she hits like the start button, and I won money. And I'm like, God damn. And she's just staring at me angry, basically like you're stupid, right? So then, but I don't remember what button she pressed, so I won a couple bucks. I'm like, cool. I put in more money, and now she's staring at me. And I'm like, so she kind of just does one, this one. And I won money again. It was unfreaking believable, man. I'm like, thank you.
She knows what she's doing.
She wasn't like nice, but she was helpful, if you know what I mean.
Did you cash out at that point?
I think maybe I did 3 or 4 more hands. We weren't there that long, and I maybe won $100 total. It's not that, but I wasn't winning anything doing what I was doing. And like I said, she's just staring at me the whole time, and she just lost her S on me, leans over, hits my buttons. I don't want cash every time she did it. I'm just like, thank you. I never know you're welcome. She just, the stink eye. I'm like, okay, you're the meanest, nice person ever.
Who tried to do some good and didn't work out? It worked out. 206-803-ROCK.
Southie in Boston.
Southie.
Right? If you take the notorious crappy neighborhood.
Okay.
Right? But if you take the train up to Boston and then you want to get on a bus to go out to Cape Cod, that's an easy one. But I have my 80-year-old mother with me, again, who is fortunately has a little bit of the early Alzheimer's, right? So she gets confused kind of easier, a little bit easier. The train is late. We get there. There's all these, but I cannot figure out. The station's under construction. I don't know where I'm going, right? And I'm like, just stand here. I'm like running around, this and that. And then there's just this giant brother in a very nice suit.
All right.
And I just look at him. He's like, what do you need? And I go, where are the buses? And he's like, I got you, man. And he's just like, is that your mom? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, just follow me. And he like walked me down the hall and then went, all right, take that stairwell, go there. You're right there. And I was like, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jesus.
It helps, man. It makes such a big difference. I feel like the big thing I do now, and this is every day, I'm a smoker, we have a UPS in the lobby of our building. But they have no signage out front of our building. It just says, like, the Bank of America Tower, and it's a corporate tower. So you always see, they walk slow, and it's always the same thing. They are staring at their phone.
Yep.
Obviously, they're confirming the address, that they look at the address on the building, and there is zero evidence there's a UPS. So
because it's inside and you wouldn't know it.
3 times a day, I just yell. I did it a little bit earlier today. Young brother looking around. Just said, are you looking for UPS? Like, yes. Go in, make a right. It's down the stairs. This is every day. Like, guys, put out a freaking sandwich board or something. Like,
it'll blown over today.
Every single day we go, and you can just tell. They go up the stairs, they walk around.
They're just all the signage, so all the arrows were covered. And again, it's in Southie.
They covered the arrows.
Right, so everybody else just looks like they're just staying at this train station. That's when I saw him in the suit. I was like, and he's like, what do you need? I'm like, help me.
Please. Who tried to do some good and didn't work out? 206-803-ROCK.
But we smoked some crack.
Yes, we smoked crack in his nice suit.
Tell you what, it really packed up my mom.
Hello, Ken. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, naked gentlemen.
Hola.
Positive Friday.
It is a positive Friday.
And on that note, so shameless plug, I am very grateful to work with an amazing rescue organization. It's called Evergreen Pug Rescue.
You're supposed to say it rhymes with Severgreen Nug Rescue. But fine, you blew it.
Smart enough. They have an adoption event up in Marysville. But anyway,
wait, do you guys only deal with pugs though?
Pugs and pug mixes.
Is that because they're problematic dogs? I mean, is it specific to
No.
that breed for a reason?
It's just what people's passion is
All right,
for.
okay, fair enough. Well, that's all you need.
I'm sorry, I'm just laughing. It's just pugs.
Well, that's what I'm saying, pugs only. You know?
I know. I'm looking at the website. Like, I get it, but it's like just pugs.
Yeah. That dog's not
just
allowed
pugs.
here, man. Just pugs.
Yeah. So anyway, it's run by amazing people. So they put out an all call. It's like, hey, someone needs a prescription picked up in Puyallup. I live in Tacoma, and taken to the person's house in Gig Harbor. I'm like, I got this. So I started at 11 o'clock this morning. I'm still on the road. I won't get to Gig Harbor until about 4:15.
Jesus Christ, man.
Oh,
Because one of the prescriptions is for has codeine in it. So you have to have a paper prescription with a signature. The vet that saw that dog previously is not working in Puyallup today. They're up in Bellevue. So I've gone Tacoma, Puyallup, Bellevue, and now hopefully Gig Harbor.
Now, did you know that you're going to have to go on this trek before you volunteered?
I was thinking it's just going to be Puyallup and then Gig Harbor.
Yeah.
But I have the day off today.
You did?
I'm going to listen to amazing radio shows.
Oh, yeah. Man, I got a terrible.
Did you also
tune back to us when you're done with that one?
Did you also pick up the Jolly Ranchers and the Sprite?
I did not. Dang it.
This is just going to have to do the codeine regular.
Right.
See, okay.
So wait, but
those are for the little pup.
But the prescription is for the dog.
Yes.
But because it has codeine, you still have to get the signature because their fear, of course, is that you're going to pop the dog pills to get high.
Exactly.
All right. So how much longer do you think? You said about 4:15 is when you'll get to Gig Harbor.
Yep.
And do you know the person that you're doing it for, or is it just a customer of the Evergreen Pug Rescue?
So I met them. I might have met them at our last event that we had. I don't recognize them by name. I'm more of a face person. So
what kind of events does the Evergreen Pug? I mean, do you have like mixers? Are we going on hikes with pugs? Like I'm just imagining all these pugs playing poker or something.
Yeah. So in October we had a Monster Mash Pug Bash. So it was held at a brewery in Tacoma.
All right.
And then a couple of weekends ago we were up in Arlington at the Stillaguamish.
I was gonna. Oh no!
What?
No, that's what. Oh man, I got a terrible story about a pug.
Oh no.
Okay, look, I'm not gonna say
we
his
all
name. Yeah, I know, but this is the honest to God truth. I have a buddy of mine. He's on his third pug rescue. Okay.
Okay.
So he's got two right now. Now the first one. Speaking of the Stillaguamish River. Okay, so he gets this pug, and one of the first. I told you the story, didn't I?
No, I just know this is going to be bad.
Nothing about this is going to be
All I
good.
know is
awful.
a river and
It's
a pug.
awful. Now he waited for this. He waited to get this dog for months. Okay, this is terrible. All right. So I don't know if
The dog's named Sunshine.
No, Sunshine lived. This dog didn't, or maybe he swam to freedom. I don't know. So he's walking this dog.
Or maybe it
on the-
swam to
He's
freedom.
walking this dog on a trail on the Stillaguamish River. All right. The dog is curious about the river. He goes down there. I think the dog did not want to leave the riverbank.
Yeah.
So he was kind of tugging on the chain or on the leash a little bit just to get him up the hill and get him off the water because it was the rapids are pretty fast. So when he pulls, the collar comes off.
No.
With the leash, and the pug goes sliding into the river, and that was the last he saw of him. He ran down he ran down the river trying to find the dog.
This is your pug story.
He was tore up. Yes, he was tore
I bet
up.
he was.
Well, he only knew the dog for like a week. He only knew the dog for like a week, and I'm like, "How did this happen?" He's like, "I don't want to talk about it." And then he finally broke down and told me. He did get two more pugs.
Good.
I'm hoping that this pug found a. It was cold. I'm hoping that
You're trying
found
to
a
tell
beach.
us it may have swam itself to
I
safety.
think it found freedom somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Maybe climb back out of that river.
Is he still on there?
Yeah, man.
Yes, I am.
So I'm looking at your website, the Evergreen Pug Rescue. So you said pugs?
I swear to
and
God.
pug-related dogs?
Yeah.
So they got one up there.
Pug mixes, basically.
Pug mixes. But Bandit here, it just says pug, and Dad is the milkman.
Oh,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
Well, I don't know.
Hey, we don't judge the moms. Come on now.
Well, it's hard to tell.
Oh, Bruno, look at that guy.
He's a
right
little
there.
bigger. Yeah.
My name is Bandit.
Yeah.
Well, good
So I guess you guys do adoptions as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
we do. So
Okay, well,
We're
you
on
know,
our-
man, that's very admirable. That's great work.
Yeah, Jim.
Just don't take it hiking.
Don't give them to Miles's buddy.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
The whole thing slipped off.
Well, okay, so again,
That makes it
okay.
worse.
Wait, look. The dog is down by the river.
Right.
It is a river bank, so there's kind of a slope. Okay, my buddy's kind of up on the hill more so than down by the water. The dog just wanted to check out the water.
Sure, he did.
Now, when he's trying to get the dog with the leash, he's kind of pulling it to get it back up off the bank because he's too close to the water. And when he pulls the leash,
It just.
the collar comes off the top of its head because it was too loose, and then and then he starts running down the riverbank. This is horrible.
Wait, did he chase it at all?
Yes, for like a mile. Trying to see if he can find it.
terrible, man.
I know it is terrible. We should not be laughing at this.
We should not.
But I still like.
They already have breathing issues, man.
I know that.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I started
I
laughing.
don't know if they're the best swimmers either.
Because we're talking about
Probably
pugs.
not. No.
Just a freaking potato in the river, man.
Oh my God, it's really happened. I swear to God.
Oh my god.
We're not doubting you. It's just bad.
I'm having a really hard.
He chased it.
I'm really having a hard time not saying
This
his
is
name.
like Milo and Otis, except
Yeah.
for Otis didn't make it.
Did he say like whether or not he can still see the dog when he's chasing it down the river, or
You know what? I didn't want to continue the story because it was just like
to get more flick?
Look, man. It's not that it's not. He only had the dog for a week.
I know.
So I mean, like when he's telling the story, I'm just like, because he used to bring he brings the dogs into the bar, right?
Did he have a
asked,
birthday?
didn't you?
Did he have a birthday recently?
No.
All right,
Okay,
not
so now
guy.
that guy.
Okay.
No. This was this is another guy I know, but he ended up getting two more, and they're very nice pugs that he has now. This has been years ago.
Goes nowhere near the river.
This has been years ago. This happened, but I mean, like
He doesn't even let him look at water.
It was one of those things where I needed to tell someone immediately to him about this because it could only happen to him. Right, like he's the guy. It's like it's awful. It's absolutely awful. I just cannot. I could just see him run. I could just see him running down the riverbank.
Man, no.
with an empty leash chain.
That's terrible.
In a backpack. I know it is, man. I'm sorry. That's the story. I mean, that's just what happened.
Oh man, that
Poor dog.
sucks.
Poor dog. Probably back. He's probably just run as fast as he can for miles.
Oh my God.
I know.
man.
I know we should not be laughing.
Jesus Christ.
That is. It's been years ago. I'm sure maybe the dog swam to freedom. I'm
Sure.
telling you.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yep.
absolutely right.
Yeah, that's what happened.
He's eating nothing but free dog treats and raw hide bones, man. Right across that
himself
Rainbow
to shore.
Bridge.
Yeah.
Was he up in like Darrington or
He
Arlington?
was in what is it? This Swamish River.
Oh, so not well. The Stillaguamish. I know it. I've had,
Stillaguamish.
I've had a lot of great times in the Stilly up in Darrington.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you didn't drown.
Well, apparently the current was whipping that day too. So that's one of the reasons you want to get the dog off the side of the river because the current was coming up. It was either in the fall or the spring. So, yeah.
Oh man.
The river was too fast.
Call it with your bug stores. That poor guy called from a bug rescue.
Boy,
And Miles was like, oh.
I got a bug
wait.
story.
I got
Well,
a
as soon as
bug
he
story.
said the river, he said the river. So I'm like, that's the river where the dog went in.
Tell you a pug that needed rescue up there on the river.
Oh my God. He's like, we're looking at the bald eagles, blah, 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 blah. Next thing you know.
That bald eagle was looking at that
I
pug
was
in
gonna
the
say,
water,
it feels
too.
like your buddy was just tempting this pug with danger.
Well, the bug wanted to go down to the river.
Right, but if I would not, if I
My
had a,
kids want to put a
You know-
fork in an electric
But you-
socket,
but you-
man, but just stop them.
you know when your dog is got its eyes on something and you try to pull
Right,
it,
right.
he doesn't want to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, look, it was just the angle of it. When he pulled the leash,
That'll teach him.
The color popped off the top of his head and he's gone.
And slipped.
He's gone. Because he's doing the tug of war thing too.
Right.
He's trying not to go up that hill. And as soon as
Right, it's like letting go of a
as soon
rope.
as the tension's gone.
Right. Thump. Damn.
This is not funny.
I know it's not. It's just what happened. I mean, I'm not telling you to laugh about this. Ted's not laughing.
Oh, man. Ted laughed before you told the story because somehow he already knew.
I knew. Just your reaction when he said Stillaguamish.
Oh, man.
Right, I spent summers in that Stilly. I'd never heard Miles say anything about the Stilly. But then with pugs, I just started laughing. Like, they can't breathe already, so they ain't going to end well.
No.
You were right.
Who tried to do some good and didn't work out? 206-803-ROD.
Hello, Tom. Welcome to the men's room.
Beat that.
It's horrible.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores.
Hola.
Hey, you've heard the old adage, no good deed goes unpunished.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, 7 or 8 years ago, my mother-in-law lives by herself. She's a bit older, slowing down a bit. And she moved into this house that had these 2 little garden beds out back. But they were almost down at ground level. But they were on a very nice block foundation. I said, hey, how about if I build you a raised garden bed? You think, simple enough. Well, yeah, she was all for it, so we did the measurements, and we got it so she could be standing up. And I said, okay, now we live about 3.5, 4 hours away from her. So I said, I'm going to get things started. We'll be back on a Saturday at the end of the month. We'll get it done. So I get everything. I cut the lumber. My wife and I, put together a prototype in the driveway. It's perfect. We take it down, pack it in the truck. I called my son and his friend who were in college not far away from her. They showed up to help. I go, we are going to knock this out in about 2 hours. So we get back there to get started. Well, guess what? She has very strong opinions about how exactly where she wants it. And it ain't where we had talked about and planned. And so I had to pull out that nice block foundation. We ended up getting the garden bed up, but and it took till 7 o'clock at night because we'd had to make the changes. And by the next morning, because the foundation was not there, it had already begun to settle. And I'm just thinking, I had this planned so well, and it was almost everything that could have gone wrong did.
Well, that's basically anything you do ever when you're.
That's why you don't volunteer to do it. It'd be one thing if they said, "Hey, I've heard you're pretty handy. Would you do this for me?" I still might say no, but I give it thought. But I would not look and just say, "You know what? I'm going to do this for you," because you will regret it.
Who tried to do some good and didn't work out? 206-803-ROCK.
KISW.
I'm a lone man in here. Will somebody give me some help? 206-421-ROCK, 800-783-ROCK.
Wait, Ben's got the video camera. You got to show Ben your technique again.
I'm not doing it like this.
I get my hand like that. Prop it up like that, man.
I'm not doing it like that. What? I don't want to drop it in my underwear, and I don't want to throw it from the back to the front.
Will you
man.
promise me?
I'm in a public bathroom.
Will you promise
Can I just dip them in there or something?
Will I just get some credit if you're right?
No,
if I'm
you
right on this?
cannot dip them in the jar of powder.
No, I mean, like, put it in my hand and then
I was like,
drop into it.
So if you can get Gold Bond or baby powder, something, and before we get to emails, hopefully everybody will be nice and talked up in here. Ryan, are you willing to talk up your satchel?
Oh, I'd love to.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I'm looking forward to it.
Ben, could we do this?
I don't see why
But
not.
now wait, am I going to go home to this chalky mess? I remember I was
No,
saying
no, it just evaporates
This is going to be the one night she's going to be like, take off your pants. Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know.
Thing?
You have a slightly darker complexion than the rest
you
of
might,
us. That
you might wake up
linger
and think
for
you had a bad
while.
dream. Like,
Why
oh my
is your satchel
God.
ashy?
Do they make dark powder? Like the powder's white. Is that racist?
Yeah. Come on, man.
Steve, you have never done this before, so what we're going to do is, before we read these emails, what would be the most painful thing for you to give up for 24 hours? For the first time ever, right here, Steve the Thrill Hill, you're going to take this Gold Bond medicated powder. It's been healing people since 1908. Triple action relief, cooling, absorbing, itching relief.
I got all those problems, too, so that should be outstanding.
So you know
That's not the medicated one, though.
This is just Gold Bond.
Just Gold Bond.
This is just Gold Bond body powder.
Right.
The yellow bottle.
Use
I'd like
only
to
as
point
directed.
out That again, as somebody who's not done this before, I don't have a technique for how.
I'll show you how to do
pull
it.
this off. No, because you threw yours starting at your butt, and I refused to do that. So I wanted to do the dredge of the chicken, so to speak.
No, you're not dredging the chicken. You get it everywhere, man. You can't put that stuff on the table.
Put it on a plate and just drag the stuff through,
no,
man.
I wouldn't do
That just makes sense to me. So instead, and I'm
you
not going to
pour
drop
it in your
the
hand.
middle.
Pour it in your hand. You know what I'm saying?
Why wouldn't I just shoot it straight to the source?
You don't want to do that. You want to take it and rub it around in there. You want to get it all over
That's what
there.
I do. I shoot it straight to the
Yeah,
source.
I'm just going straight to the source.
No, because you got to get it underneath there and everything.
No,
You
just
gotta-
do. You can just just pull out your pants and dump it in there.
That's what I'm going to try. I said before I can do the shake and bake. You take like a Ziploc, drop
just make sure
the
it gets down
satchel in
there
there,
below.
shake it around.
All right, okay, man, whatever you're
full
gonna do.
coverage.
All right, Stephen Thrill Hill now is going for the he's going for the powder. And did you get it in there yet?
Is this?
I don't want to look.
Now work it in. Work it in a little bit.
There's got to be a better way to do this than this.
Okay, it's going to take a little time.
How long does it take, man?
What we'll do in the meantime is we'll take a break. We'll come back.
That's a big chunky mess in there right
We'll
now.
take a quick break. We'll read your emails coming up. What would be the most painful thing for you to give up in for 48 hours? And then we'll come back. We'll read your emails and we'll find out how Steve's boys are doing.
Is this supposed to go all the way back to the other area too?
You gotta work it around back there.
Everything should be tough.
Get it under there, get it over there, the whole thing.
Seems like too much trouble. It's now at my butt.
No, I'm telling you, man, it's gonna change your life.
That's not bad.
Already?
Well, I just hit the butt with it. I'm going to tell you that's.
All right, we're going to take a break, come back, and read your emails from the men's room at KISW.com next.
That's like a York peppermint patty.
How are we doing? At the beginning of the break there, Steve, for the first time ever, you used Gold Bond medicated powder.
I did not know if it was really going to work out or whatever. I will say that as I got to the backside, there was an immediate sensation, which that actually means I was having a little swamp ass issue. But right now, it is in full force, brother. And I am telling you, it's a party in my pants.
Get up and walk around for a minute. Just see how it feels.
Is awesome. This feels fantastic. And they're right, man. It's like taking a breath mint or the Banaka Blast.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Just feel it. Feel it as you walk around. Like, you know what I mean? No chafing, right? See what I'm saying?
And you have like a sense of confidence
You
all
do.
of a sudden.
Don't you?
Okay. Hey, ladies, you want to get some of this? I'm telling you, man.
Yeah. I told you.
It's fantastic.
You going to be all
I told
day
you.
or you going to be a nighttime?
I don't know. Ted,
let me ask you this.
I got to be honest. I'm going to be
go
dead
ahead.
honest, and this is
I
a
knew it.
matter of.
I absolutely knew it.
I've got to wean myself off of it because I'm telling you right now. I don't know any other way to explain it. Then my testicles are really happy, and so am I. So right now,
Reward.
I feel like the guy chasing the dragon. This is my first shot of heroin. And this was my fear. This is what I was saying to you earlier, man. Like, if I do this, and you're right, and you are right, this feels outstanding. And Ted, I can already tell you, I can see mesh shorts.
Yeah.
And standing in a Jeep, man, seriously, this is tremendous. But if I end up getting addicted to this, which I'm beginning to think I might because it feels great in the best place possible, I'm going to be pissed.
Hi, Thrill here for Gold Bond Medicated Body Powder, and they say that it's for minor cuts, minor burns, sunburn, rashes, insect bites, minor skin irritations, or scrapes. I have none of those problems. It just feels fantastic. Use it, man! My satchel's throwing a party.
KISW.
Categories interior decorating on profile. This we got a 67-year-old man in China. He had a pain in his abdomen. So he goes to the doctor's, and the doctor says, "Do you remember swallowing anything?" And he says, "Well, a long time ago.
30 years ago.
I swallowed something on a bet there, on a dare." So the question is, it was still stuck in his stomach. What did he swallow that they had to remove? A lighter, a ping pong ball, a shot glass, or a spoon?
We will start with Miles Montgomery. He went with the shot glass. Not a bad guess. Like I said, he's drinking. Could have been an accident.
Slick?
Mike Honk, he went with the ping pong ball, you sadist. Even though I'm right there with you. D. Smith, he went with the lighter. Yeah, you are correct. Ripping cigs.
Plus, it was 30 years ago, and I feel like Asia was kind of famous for everybody smoking.
Everybody. I want to say, as far as continents go, it's still number one.
Is it really?
I believe so. I want to say
with everything.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Population smoking, it's unreal, man.
Yeah.
Now, for all TV news all the time, it's time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right, your choices today. You got the Jimmys.
Fallon and Kimmel.
Seth Meyers. Colbert.
Steven.
Or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
It is right there. The time. These guys have talented teams of writers, something come up with monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
The Postal Service, FedEx, and UPS just announced their holiday shipping The Postal Service, FedEx, and UPS just announced their holiday shipping deadlines. The FedEx and UPS deadline is December 23rd, and the Postal Service deadline was last Easter.
Foul.
That's foul.
The Postal Service, FedEx, and UPS just announced their...
Always live on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
Coming up, we'll drink and toast in the weekend with a shot of the day that it's Bad Choice Friday time.
It's Bad Choice Friday. It's Bad Choice Friday. You know it's Bad Choice Friday. Hey, man, this is your fault.
And today we celebrate Bartender Appreciation Day on a Bad Choice Friday with LMF.
Of course there is.
Yeah. I swear to God, this is the first time I've ever heard this song.
Yeah, me too.
Today.
Great.
Yeah.
You've never heard this in the... Anywhere?
In the club.
In the club that he goes
well, not...
No, I have not.
It was just so popular. No, I mean, look. It's a song. But just that chorus was so popular.
I've never heard it before today either, man.
Just being honest. LMFAO and Shots taking on Chumbawamba.
I get knocked down.
I have heard this one, Ted.
Yeah, I bet.
Chumbawamba and Tub Thumping taking on Shots. Vote now if you follow us on X at Men's Room Live. One of those two tunes coming up right after we drink and toast with a shot.
What is the voting looking like on this one so far?
Let me take a gander.
I'll look at it, but Shots has to be crushing.
I doubt it. I think Chumbawamba's going to
Tub Thumping's winning.
See?
Yeah. People know this one more than Shots.
Look, I went to summer school with a kid that lived in my neighborhood, right? And he would sing this song all the time.
What, Tub Thumping?
Yeah.
All right.
And one day we were out driving, and I egged him.
You egged. He was driving by you and you egged.
No, he was walking. We had been out egging stuff. And then I said, oh, there he is. He sings that effing song every day.
He got egged because he sang this.
Yeah, and it was perfect thrill. I timed it out, then I just kind of tossed it up in the air as he was walking. Boom, right in the face.
No way.
Damn,
yeah.
You broke a woman's leg from a water balloon, and you smacked a dude in the face with an egg because he sang Chumbawamba.
Well, yeah. He was kind of annoying, too.
That's exactly what happened.
That was a lot of it.
Okay.
Got egged in the face for singing Chumbawamba.
I wonder where that guy is.
and
Woman with a broken knee is. She probably.
I know where she is.
Who tried to do some good and didn't work out? We go to Farmington Hills, Michigan. A Farmington Hills couple is calling it their own Christmas miracle after a kind stranger drove from downtown Detroit to return a lost wallet right to their doorstep after their Christmas tree lighting. Dave Hilliard and his girlfriend Shelby were among the tens of thousands who attended Detroit's annual Christmas tree lighting last Friday. Now, after grabbing a couple drinks, a little pop-up bar outside, they enjoyed the downtown festivities. It was not to the end of the night that Hilliard realized his wallet was missing. That's when the heart sank, he said. Couple suspected that the wallet was left at the pop-up bar, which had already closed for the night and was basically gone because it was only there for the tree
For that
lighting.
night, yeah.
Yeah. So they searched for hours, even returned the next morning. It's got to be down there somewhere. It's got to be, he said. That's when Lucas decided to check their Ring doorbell notifications and discovered something amazing. The security camera had captured footage of a woman at their front door the night before holding Hilliard's wallet. It was his wallet in her hand. I'm like, oh my God, it's in her hand. It's at home. The kind stranger had driven from Detroit all the way to Farmington Hills, where the couple lives, to return the wallet. And they left it full of cards and all the cash in the couple's mailbox. Now the couple is putting out a call to just find out who this Good Samaritan is so they can thank her properly and give her a gift for her troubles. We just want to know who she is so we can repay her. Losing the wallet right before the holidays would have set the couple back significantly, they said.
Sure.
They say it's what the season of giving is all about. They're grateful someone lent them a helping hand when they didn't need to. We owe her a lot.
That is very nice. Would you do that?
Would I I would try to see if I could get a phone number first to call somebody.
I'm with Miles. I would try to reach out and call them
See if
first
I can find them on
before I drive.
Facebook.
I would drop it in the mail because you're going to get
All
their
right.
address off the ID. Just mail it to them. Maybe
That's not a bad
priority,
idea.
they get it in 24 hours. Who knows?
That's not a bad idea either.
They would not have cash in that wallet, but they would get their wallet
Well,
and
you
all
had to
their
pay
cards
for, you had to
back.
pay for postage.
Yeah, exactly.
Who tried to do some good and didn't work out? 206-803-ROCK.
I mean, that is a tough one, though, because you're right. She found it that night. I guess maybe you would.
Would drive all the way up?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I would drop it in the mail. Like I said, I would do priority. Maybe they get it in 24 hours. Might be a little lighter on the cash.
But I think I would definitely hop on Facebook first and see if I could find them and contact them and be like, hey, I have your wallet.
See, you ruin it. I'm not on Facebook, but my wife is. So she'd be like, well, let me see if I can find them. And then she would. And
Right.
then they would ask, is there still $180 in there? Tell them no.
No.
There is not. It's empty when I found it. Hello, Bill. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So this goes back a long ways, about close to 50 years. I grew up in the mountains near southeast Idaho, and my neighbor down the road a little ways, he was a retired bank executive, a gentleman farmer we used to call him, and he ran a handful of head of cattle, and one winter, and I think it was in February. He had one of his cows drop a calf way too early, and it was still winter time, and at the time it dropped, it was actually during a cold spell. It was probably getting down to about 20, 25 below at night.
Jesus.
And so this calf, and he put the calf and the cow in the barn, but after a few days, the calf got sick, and a couple of days, the calf developed pneumonia, couldn't get up, couldn't nurse, and so it's pretty much figuring, hey, this calf ain't gonna make it. And he was kind of a soft-hearted old guy, and so one night, it was about 2 a.m, we get a call at the house. Of course, I'm a teenage kid at the time, high school. I don't have a phone in my room, so my mom and dad pick up the phone and come get me and say, hey, John needs you to come down and put this calf down, put it out of its misery.
Cool.
And so I get all bundled up and grab my rifle and jump in the truck and head down there, and I pick the calf up and take it outside the barn over by the stacks of hay and then dispatch the calf. And John was there. He's kind of a short, round guy, and bald head. He's out there. He didn't even have his coat on. He's out there. He got tears running down his face. He's pretty upset about the whole thing. And so, took care of it. Jump back truck, go home. Go to school the next day. Thinking, well, I'll come back, after school and take care of the carcass and at least get it out away from the house in the barn somewhere until it thaws out enough we can bury it. And when I get over there to John's house, he's out there and he's got an axe and he's hacking up that calf so the barn cats can eat it.
Jeez, man.
That was your good deed.
That was my good deed.
I killed a calf.
Couldn't put the calf down, but he could hack it up with the axe so the barn cats could get it.
He just needed it to be dead. He couldn't kill it,
right?
But he needed it to be dead. By the way, how long is what's the gestation period of a cow? How long are cows pregnant?
Oh, geez, they're pregnant about close to humans. They're about 7-8 months.
Oh, it's that long. Damn. Okay.
6 months, something like that. Yeah. Wow. I don't remember.
Well, next feeling, buddy, sir. We'll always hire you over at Pet Solutions.
You got a job. You got yourself a job. Man, that's not the story I expected to hear.
No. I thought that he was going to take a second and say, maybe I can nurse this thing back to health.
That's where I thought it would go, but it was...
Well, if it wasn't going to survive.
Well, it didn't work out.
Well, I know that, Ted. I'm just saying when he's telling the story, I thought when he pointed out the pneumonia, like, hey, and I nursed it back to health, and she grew up to be a delicious burger. I killed it.
No, you still turned out to be a delicious burger.
Yes.
You would be surprised when we came up with this question. We thought, you know what, maybe we'll get some good stories today, some positive things will come out of this.
Right.
All those things people would say, how they maybe someone helped them or how they were able to help someone else out, and just,
and we end up with drowning dogs and.
The pug guy was telling a good story. Then you jumped in with yours.
Yeah, to be
you're
fair,
a toad.
Pug guy did have a very
It was a positive story.
It's his day off. He's stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
He's got to drive from one side of the metro to the other because in the end, for the love of pugs, this man's going to do that. You came over the
he's
top.
He's going to rescue one more pug.
I know one that drowned in the Stillaguamish.
Yeah.
But being chased for a mile.
Swept away by the native waters.
Right.
Maybe an eagle dropped down and picked that bad boy up.
And brought him to
Took it
safety.
to a nest?
Took him to safety.
Yeah.
He's slowly devoured by its young.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you think I'm not kidding, man. When those eagle nests blow over in a heavy storm,
yeah,
you would not believe the amount of collars.
Oh, I know.
Crap like that are up in those nests.
Dude, I've seen it over in Indianola.
You saw it.
Well, I was out there with my buddy.
Yeah.
There was a small dog, and we're sitting there drinking a beer. It's summertime, and we went, cool, bald eagle. And we went, cool, 2 bald eagles. They're circling. Where is the dog? And that little thing was just in the yard. I was like, we got him in. I was like, Miles' story. But they were going to swoop down and take that little bastard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they do.
That's right.
Cool, too.
We hang pelts in the den. They hang, collars in the nest.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know what I'm saying, right? Imagine me and you just sitting there like, cool.
Wow.
But it
2
does,
of them.
But it does.
Are they circling?
But the thing is, the animals that do have collars, it identifies them. They do contact the people when those nests blow over.
Sure.
Like, hey, man, we found your dog.
We went for a walk at the Magnuson Park because they got a big old dog walking area, an off-leash area out there, right? And there's a little bit of, I don't like calling it a beach because it's a little inlet where you can let your dogs go out there and play in the water. And everybody's throwing balls out there in the water and whatnot. Somebody chucked a tennis ball too damn far out that just kind of started floating out there. And then an eagle came down and grabbed the ball. All of a sudden, everybody reeled their dogs right back in, and we're just going to go back inside now.
That was one of my favorite scenes in Jaws. I know it's bad, but there's a million people on the beach, and they show you scenes of everyone doing different things. And there's a guy doing the same thing with his dog, and you're waiting for like a person to be taken. But just the way they do the scene, he's not like a major part of it. They just kind of keep going back to him, and you see him throw the ball again. Then he's got his hands on his hips and he's yelling the dog's name, and you're like, it's feeding time.
What is it, Pipit?
Is that the dog's name?
Something, right? I could hear that guy.
Yeah,
I think the shark ends up eating a human shortly after.
It did too, but it started with some dog.
Who tried to do some good, didn't work out. 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Derek. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitch, hola.
Hola.
Pipit.
So this is a story of a good deed gone bad.
Of course it is.
It seems like they all have been.
Apparently, no good deed just goes good.
No, there was one, but Miles ruined it.
I did not ruin it. I just had to tell the pug story.
Well, and I'll tell you all right now, if you ever walk into a store and you see a wallet on the ground, return it to customer service immediately. Do not try to return that wallet to the person that owns it.
Why not?
All right.
Are we about to find out?
So, August 30th of this year, I found a wallet in a Safeway as I was walking out. I got my groceries, put in my car, went home, dropped the groceries off, immediately went to the address on the ID that I saw on the wallet. For 3 days, I tried to attempt to find this guy. I don't have Facebook, so I don't have those kind of social, reach outs to be able to see where this guy may be. He had a VA card and everything like that, so I knew this guy needed his stuff back. Like I said, for 3 days or so, I tried to find this guy, couldn't find him. It was a Monday morning or something like that, and there was a Federal Way resource officer in a older school, Impala, that early 2000s Impala, painted blue, Federal Way, public schools on the side of it.
Sure.
Stopped over and I said, hey, I found this wallet, and I gave it to him. At that point, obviously didn't know that I should have maybe taken it as information so that I knew who I was giving it to. And my work, so I work for the railroad down at BNSF or UP, and every year you have to do a renewal of your E-Rail certification. My E-Rail came back this year, background check went in, and there was a theft in the third degree charge placed on me because I took that wallet from the Safeway and tried to return it.
So they thought you stole it because you returned it.
Absolutely. So, and my question to the district or the public defender at that time was, so if I found $100 on the ground in the Safeway and I picked it up, that's called theft. And he said that if somebody reports that they had dropped it on the ground, video shows that they dropped it and you picked it up, that is theft in the third degree.
So what, this guy gets a called Safeway, said, I think I lost my wallet. They look at the video, you took it, and now you're the guilty party.
Correct. And so because of that happening with my E-Rail card, I've now lost my job.
What?
Because of because without the E-Rail, I can't work within the railroad, and having a theft charge when they're trying to do background checks does not allow you to work with them anymore. So I was offered a severance package, but then right now I'm still dealing with a court case. So applying for any other job, having a theft in third degree charge it's impossible.
That's crazy.
So
I cannot believe a judge would not be rational enough, if you took this to court.
We'll see. The 16th is the court date, so we'll see you on that day. But
how confident are you that you can clear this up to say, look, I get what the charge is, that is the law, but understand my attempt was to return this to the person.
Well, I'll tell you, boys, I was given some homework by my public defender. He said, if you have any sort of, and so the day that I tried to return his wallet, I went to a place out in, so I live in Federal Way. There's a place out in Federal Way across the street from a Target, and it's a older 55 and over, housing park.
Okay.
There's a security officer that works there. When I went there, I asked the security officer if this person lived there. I said, showed them the lot number. They escorted me all the way into, and as weird as it sounds, she did not remember that her house or his house is not there anymore, essentially.
Jesus Christ.
So he has upped and moved his property to a different housing community.
But his ID still said he lived at that place.
Correct. And she is now, on public record. So she has put stuff into my public defender that will help out, hopefully, with this to show that I was trying to do everything I was supposed to do.
Wow, man.
Did the guy ever get his wallet back?
That's what I want to know.
Okay, all right.
Kind of reach out. I'm hoping that maybe even this guy that the Federal Way public schools guy, you're a late, shorter, maybe 60s or 50s age African American male. If you are out there and you're listening, please let this radio station know, because I could use all the defense I could, because right now, because of losing the job, I lost my house, and I've got 3 boys, and I've got a wife, and so if you're out there listening, call these guys. Let them know that I gave you that wallet.
Good God, man.
I've been searching.
Okay.
So.
Wow. I'm glad you giggle about it. I would be out of my freaking mind.
When we came up with this question today, the idea was that people were going to call in and tell stories where you're like, you know what, man, you did somebody a solid.
He did do someone a solid.
I know, but that's not the end of the movie.
I know. It was a twist. It was M. Night Shyamalan through in there like, oh, but you lost your job. See, man, this makes me not want to do anything good.
Yeah.
Good God, man. That sucks. And I get it. I get it. That's how the law works. And I do hope that when he's in front of the judge, this is reasonably easy to explain. Because you can put out any law you want, but there has to be an expectation that everyone is aware of the law. So no, you're breaking it on purpose or you had no idea, right? In this case, I would not know that is the law. And if I try to keep the wallet, that's one thing. But if my effort is to return it, and look, I'm not a lawyer, and I'm sure the judge wouldn't care, but look, you can't expect people to follow laws that they do not know exist. That's one. Or maybe have retail establishments post that at the door. If you, I don't know, find the money, find the what, please return it to customer service. We'll take care of it. Otherwise, potential legal issue. You know what I mean? Let people know what the laws are in a circumstance that it's possible they might break it. That's all. Right?
Yeah.
So a retail establishment, just post that somewhere. So I wouldn't know that.
But this is also why a lot of people anymore just don't intervene.
Don't help.
Yeah,
Or help.
You're right. You're right.
Who tried to do some good and didn't work out? 206-803-ROCK. It's like someone who tries to stop a shoplifter at their place of employment.
And they get fired.
Lose their job.
Hello, Mitchell. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
How's it going, guys?
Good, man.
Positive Friday, can't you tell?
Positive as F.
Yeah. Well, I got a story. In 2020, I just started college, and there was that COVID thing going on, so everything was all shut down and closed down and stuff.
Sure.
And so my wife and I met up with a friend over at a park in Fairhaven. Do you guys know where that is?
Where?
Fairhaven.
Fairhaven.
Oh, yeah, up in Bellingham.
Yeah, up in Bellingham, yeah. So we meet up with some friends, and we're hanging out at the park. It's, evening time, getting towards sunset. Looks really nice and everything. And these two people walk by our group, and out of nowhere, the guy comes up to me and is like, "Hey, man, I think that lady on that bench over there just tried to kill herself." And that didn't, register at all to me. Because he just kind of said it out of nowhere. They didn't seem to know what to do. And then I noticed there is, in fact, an older lady that was on a bench, not 20, 30 yards away. And thankfully at the time, my wife were getting into hiking, that kind of stuff, and I happened to bring my little small Camelback that I always put my first aid kit in. And so I just grabbed that and immediately ran over to her. And turns out she was in a bad spot. Her girlfriend had left her, and she didn't have anywhere to stay. And it's COVID, the world's ending, and that kind of stuff. And she had been drinking and taking whatever kind of pill she had been taking at the time. And
was she trying to OD? Was that her method?
No, she decided to try and cut her wrist.
Oh, geez.
And she got through the first one, and then panicked and realized, I'm not going to make it through that. And ended up calling 911. So by the time we got over there, she was already talking to emergency services. And my wife takes the phone. My other friend is there trying to calm her down. And I took out the first aid kit, put pressure on the points, covered the wound, put pressure on the wound. And about 5-10 minutes later, paramedics showed up.
Awesome.
And yeah.
That's nice, man.
We had to wait for our last call to get an actual positive, hey, help someone.
And a pug story. My daughter was there the same
Good on you, man.
same exact time that he was. And she lived in, there was a lot, as much as she loved it, there was a lot of weirdness.
Yeah, sure.
There was a guy who was people would open up their windows, he'd be out there naked, just going to town on himself. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, good times. All right, Ted versus the FCC coming up at 4:35, and we get your emails on the way next to the men's room at KISW.com.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, a local man unintentionally broke the world record for the number of unsuccessful attempts to get a fitted sheet on a mattress. But first, earlier today, a woman crashed her car into the storefront of a local business. No one was injured, but she lost control of a vehicle because of an ill-timed sneeze.
Oh man, it's tough when you sneeze without warning.
I have to agree with you there. Just yesterday morning, I sneezed while brushing my teeth.
At least you weren't driving.
No, but I had a mouthful of toothpaste and water that ended up on the bathroom mirror. My lovely wife was not pleased. It made quite the mess.
I hear you, Playboy. You ever sneezed with a mouthful of Jell-O?
No, I have not sneezed with a mouthful of Jell-O.
Now that makes the mess, man. How'd you get those stains out of a wedding dress?
You sneezed Jell-O onto a bride? On her wedding day?
Yeah, man. You ever sneeze on a baby's head?
On a baby's head?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
Ever plug your nose to stop a sneeze into pooping yourself?
Absolutely not, no.
Ever poop yourself and that made you sneeze?
How would that even happen?
I do not know, Stone. I am not a doctor. I'm just telling you my experience. You ever sneeze while you're hiding naked in a woman's closet because her husband came home early?
I don't even want to know this story.
It explains itself, Playboy. You ever sneeze on someone's rice?
Have I sneezed on someone's rice? No, Felix, I have not sneezed on someone's rice.
I have. Years ago, I worked at a sushi joint, man. I probably sneezed on someone's rice about 6 times in the year that I worked there.
That's like once every 2 months.
Oh, man, I sneezed in your coffee mug more than that.
Wait, what?
Your coffee mug, man. I sneezed in that more than I sneezed on the sushi roll.
You sneeze in my coffee mug?
Sometimes, man. Not a lot, but sometimes, yeah.
Why would you sneeze in my coffee mug?
Because I don't always have a tissue, Stone. And I only ever have to sneeze when I walk by your desk, Playboy.
Why do you only sneeze at my desk?
I'm allergic to your desk.
That doesn't make any sense. All of our desks are the same.
No, there's definitely something different about your desk. It makes me sneeze too.
Are you being serious right now, Bonnie? My desk makes you sneeze.
Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah. Your desk makes me sneeze. I think I'm allergic to it too.
The two of you are allergic to my desk.
It seems that way, Playboy.
Yeah, your desk makes us sneeze. One time I sneezed a mouthful of marshmallows into your coffee mug.
What?
I had a mouthful of marshmallows, and when I got to your desk, I had to sneeze. And then I sneezed. And in the blink of an eye, the marshmallows in my mouth were in your coffee mug.
You sneezed marshmallows into my coffee mug?
I'm really sorry about that, but you didn't even notice. In fact, you poured a cup of coffee and said that the creamer seemed extra creamy. I knew that it was just the marshmallows and mucus, but I didn't say anything.
Bonnie, how long ago did this happen?
That was yesterday.
That is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard.
It was also pretty disgusting to watch.
She ain't lying, Playboy. Watching you drink that was tough, man.
Wait, you knew I was drinking this?
Well, yeah, man. We always sneeze at your desk.
Because we're allergic to it.
That's when we agreed to go to commercial break. But now I use a sealable thermos, and I got a new desk.
Now, you can watch The Men's Room live on YouTube. Subscribe at KISW Rock. The Men's Room titillates your ears when you listen on the radio or Odyssey app. Teases your taste buds when enjoying Men's Room IPA. And now, you can watch The Men's Room live on YouTube. It's as close to actually being in the studio as you can get. Thanks to The Incident. Touch and smell unavailable. Find us on YouTube and subscribe at KISW Rock from Seattle's Sensory Annihilation Station. KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
So close to the weekend. Coming up at 5:08, we'll drink and toast with a shot of the day. Then it's Bad Choice Friday time.
You know it's Bad Choice Friday. It's Bad Choice Friday. You know it's Bad Choice Friday. Hey, man, this is your fault.
And not only is it Repeal Day, but it's also Bartender Appreciation Day, and we celebrate on a Bad Choice Friday with L. And shots, take it on. Tub thumping from Chumbawamba, taking on LMFAO and shots, along with Little John. Vote now if you happen to follow us on X at Men's Room Live. One of those two tunes coming up right after we drink and toast with a shot of the day. All right, do we have time for a few emails now from the Men's Room at KISW.com?
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Fun fact for you might not know that song, but LMFAO, there's two members of it.
All right.
One guy's name is Red Foo.
I guess who that is, yes.
Yeah. It's Barry Gordy's son.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know he's related to someone, Barry Gordy. All
Okay.
right.
A couple from our question today that was also successful. Who tried to do some good and did it work out? Guys, my old girlfriend and I bought a jacket, gloves, beanie for a dude in Marysville years ago. Checked on him 2 days later. He was dead with all the clothes right next to him in a bag.
Oh, jeez.
Come on.
Yep.
Positive Friday.
It continues. Guys, my wife wanted to leave her job, which she did not like, to volunteer full-time for an animal shelter. We found a way to make it work out financially. It's been over 25 years, and she's been there ever since. I'm so proud of her. The shelter's name is Meow Cat Rescue in Kirkland. Again, Meow Cat Rescue in Kirkland. Sorry, Miles, they don't have any hairless cats available for adoption.
Oh.
And from your loyal listener, Steve in Bothell. Again, that's Meow Cat Rescue.
Meow.
Meow. Guys, I stepped in front of a guy that was smacking a woman at the fair. I said, "Hit me, bud." Next thing I know, she smacks me in the back, saying, "Leave him alone." They're obviously meant for each other. Couple more. Well, we're keeping with the theme. These are the actual comments we get from YouTube, from the text. From
I'll tell you where we went wrong. We said, who tried to do some good? And then we added, and did it work out? A resounding no has been the answer today.
Well, I mean, I guess in most people's defense, generally you're just donating money or something.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well,
like,
a physical interaction goes sideways.
well, also, you don't know, right? Like the kid you helped out, for instance, Coats for Kids, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not like the kids don't have to write you a letter and say thank you, but you've already done that good.
And you know they got it.
So maybe there was just more, it lended more towards the bad stuff. Like, I worked at a horse farm, volunteer, got kicked in the head.
Right.
Stopped on I-5 North a couple weeks ago to help a lady whose car had died in the middle of the lane. Put on my four-way hazard lights, had traffic stops so we could push her car off the highway to a safe spot. Two other cars stopped and helped me get her to the shoulder and to a safe place. Shook their hand, said thank you, and stayed with the lady until she got someone on the phone to come and help her. Good deed done. Enjoy the weekend.
All right, two positive stories.
Elm Plain Drifter. All right.
All right, here you go.
Guys, when I was in college in Bozeman, Montana, I used to drive around at night in the wintertime just to pull people out of snowbanks and the side of the road when they would get stuck. A friend and I would just put a bunch of tow straps in and some food and some drinks, and we just drive around and help people for hours on end.
Good on you.
There we go. And one more follow-up to the guy driving to drop the prescription medication off.
For the pugs, Evergreen Pug Rescue, yeah.
Follow-up, the prescriptions have been delivered successfully.
All right.
All is well that ends well.
I think it's funny that dog just sitting there sipping codeine.
I know. You got the pills.
Hey, man, you got the good stuff.
I'm an addict, man. Ain't
Well,
nothing wrong with me.
Put on some Mike Jones.
Subject is Christmas songs and ciabatta. Old Machola is listening to yesterday's episode on the Odyssey app, and Miles mentioned the Christmas song by the Waitresses. The song is called Christmas Rapping, and Thrill, you're a bassist, so you need to listen to this song. It is such a funky bass line, you'd think it was Motown. And the person who played it was a session cat called Tina Wormworth, who was in fact in the B-52s. Also,
What is it called?
It's called The Christmas Song by the Waitresses.
Okay.
That was one, or Christmas Wrapping.
Or Christmas Wrapping.
Christmas Wrapping. And that was the one I said, you probably, we were talking about, are there any good Christmas songs?
And I said no. And you said, man, I'm telling you, like, I've never heard it. Mike's looking for it now. I will give it a listen.
If you just Google The Waitresses and Christmas, it's the only song that's going to come up.
Yeah.
That's basically, it wasn't there a bad band. They just weren't as big.
This is just the one
They're kind of like a Go-Go's type sounding band, but a little bit more, as he would say, funk and R&B to it.
Oh, hang on. I know what happened. Sorry, I got to pull down the stream and then unmute YouTube here. All right. Oh, yeah.
You know this too?
Yeah.
I still don't know if I do. I got to hear the sing. That is a sweet bass line. I'll give you that. Here we go.
I mean, do you like their Go-Go's or anything like that?
I mean, look, I like the bass line. I could not sit through this. Okay.
It continues. Also, I'm on team Mike and Ted. Ciabatta is a damn fine sandwich bread.
Thank you.
The trick to not having all the fillings fall out
It's
when you
different
bite
bread.
into one is to make little dimples in each side of the bread by tearing out the center of each half. Why do I need to dress the bread?
But I don't want to do all that.
You don't got to do that.
I mean, I think ciabatta's better toasted.
It is much better toasted. I agree.
This way, the fillings stay within the sandwich. And with the bits that you've torn out, dip that into a sauce or dressing, or just spread a quick bit of butter on it and pop it into your gullet.
A quick bit of butter?
A quick bit of butter.
Cheers, bitches. That from
Just a
Sean.
bit of butter.
Sean in England. This is a guy who eats English food, saying that ciabatta is wonderful, and I believe that in England.
I believe it in England. I do. Now, look, he's right. Like I said, for dipping, I'm like, it's a perfect bread for dipping. It is just a terrible bread for a sandwich.
Here's another.
By the way, you know how Mike always does that baby batter thing?
Yeah.
So my buddy Tony, the bar he works at, it was his last night. I went over there. I've known Tony for years. Never met his wife. She is an auctioneer.
No way.
I start talking to her, and I go, yeah, we have Mike do the bit. And she's like, oh, yeah, but it just rattles it off. Went to the same school as Mike.
Hit us with a bet.
Wow.
Betty bought her about some butter, but she said this butter bitter. If I put it in my batter, make my batter better. So she bought a bit of butter, put it in her bitter batter, made her bitter batter better. So just better, Betty bought a bit of butter.
Now,
Thank you, Western
is
College of
that
Auctioneer.
specifically your school, or if I'm an auctioneer from, say, Atlanta, would
To
they
be-
probably know the same one?
No, I don't believe it is specifically my school because I've heard of other people that know it, but they know a different version of it.
Okay.
There's certain differences with it.
How many different auctioneering schools are across the country, would you say?
From what I know, there's two main ones that I know of. There's another one in like Oklahoma or something like
Sure.
that.
Is there like one for the better auctioneers? You know what I mean? Like, did you
That's
go to
Western,
a
yeah.
lower tier? Or
That's
is that-
Western.
Is that
University
yours?
versus
So you
state.
went to the Harvard.
I went to the Harvard of auctioneers.
All right.
Very
Cool.
And that's what I'm saying. She, as soon as I mentioned it, she didn't miss a beat and just
She
rattled
did
it
it.
off. And I was like, all right, you did go to the same school.
Yeah. Another one on ciabatta. Ted and Mike are right. Ciabatta, when used properly, is a damn fine bread.
Yeah.
Trader
When used
Joe's.
properly, yeah, I can scrape things off of my pans.
Trader Joe's has a ciabatta baguette.
Yeah.
Fry up some shaved beef and caramelized onions. Toast the bread with mayonnaise to a pan.
Sorry, you guys don't know how to utilize
with
the greatness of the
provolone.
ciabatta
Look,
bread.
ciabatta itself was a mistake because the guy, the baker that was making ciabatta, he was attempting to recreate either like French bread or baguette or something. He was trying to mimic something else. And it
Okay.
didn't quite happen, so he just gave it a different name.
A dude
But it
dropped a
was a
burrito into a
mistake.
deep fryer, and now we have chimichangas.
That
Thank
was
you.
genius.
Yep.
That was not genius, that was an
serendipitous.
accident.
No,
it
but
was an accident, but look, a lot of children walking around
Lysol
now.
was made to clean
accidents.
vaginas, okay?
Beautiful people.
Nachos.
Sometimes one thing has an intention, and then you come up
Actually,
with something great.
Lysol was not developed to clean vaginas. It was developed as an antiseptic, but I want to say it's during like the big cholera outbreak or something. But when they got a handle on it, Lysol said, well, people are going to stop buying it, so now let's switch it to.
We're going to take the
Seriously.
Gwyneth Paltrow route.
Just going back real quick on the record, though. Your defense was that ciabatta shouldn't be eaten because it's a mistake.
No,
so then on
because
that
it
same
tastes like
token,
crap.
you can't say you like the chimichanga. So both mistakes can be both ways.
Hey, my argument was that he screwed up, making a mistake. That's not why it's bad. It's bad because that's what he ended up with.
Subject, men's room lager. Guys, I'm proud to announce the Sunset Grill in Gig Harbor is now selling the men's room lager from a Black Raven. I work here. All right. And I've been wanting to get your beer on for a while, so down the hole of it, Jolas. From Brett. Couple more here before we get to Ted versus the FCC. The live show, guys. Really enjoy watching your broadcast on YouTube.
Yeah.
Nice to actually watch your broadcast instead of listen to it. Thanks for all you do, guys, and rock on. That from Chris. If you haven't checked us out on YouTube, just search for KISW Rock. If you could, subscribe to the channel there, and please smash that like burger, as we like to call it, or give us a thumbs up, because apparently YouTube likes that.
They do.
Subject is police, as we had the police in the other day. Guys, when I was in grade 11, a friend and I bought $400 worth of Roman candles and bricks of firecrackers from a store back a ways. Where we lived, you could not buy them locally. So we took them and sold them out of my school locker. And a few days later, there's a knock on the family house door. The local PD were asking to speak with me. Not a pleasant conversation in front of my parents. However, we did triple up the money for the fireworks at the end of the day. That from Duncan, and that's why you do that. Well, guys, catching up on some of your past episodes, listening to the one with your hoodies. I wear hoodies every day. Sometimes with shirts, sometimes without. I have hoodies for every occasion. The cheap ones, I wear to work. The really soft ones, at home. Undershirts, subjectable. Same episode, Thrill mentioned that his wife gets an Amazon package every day.
Yes.
His name is on them all.
Correct.
But they are never for him.
Yeah. Right.
Ditto. I had an Amazon driver actually knock on the door one day. He was wondering if my wife was okay because he didn't have any packages for her, and he was worried. Rock on, love the show. That from Jay Bird in A-Town.
Yeah, I know I'm not alone on that one, man.
All right. What do we
Isn't
got?
that kind of the story? Wasn't there a guy that ordered a pizza every day or something and didn't order it, and the pizza parlor called to do a welfare check?
And he wasn't
on
the floor or something like
Right,
that.
I think it saved his life.
Yeah.
Subject is good food. Men's Room, I've been listening to you guys every day since I moved to Washington from Texas 11 years ago. Your podcasts are a huge reason I make it through the work every day. Miles, there's a good donut shop in Redmond called Sunrise Donuts and Espresso that sells Cruller Puffs Thursday through Sunday.
Ooh.
They are dangerously good. And the Ted Smith, if you haven't tried a breakfast burrito taquito from Whataburger, I highly recommend it. Also, if you're ever in Texas, near a Hard 8 barbecue, give it a go. One of my favorite barbecue spots, you order the meat straight from the smoker. Love you all. That from Meg.
Turns out I've been to Sunrise Donut. It is very good.
You have.
Let me interject real quick from the YouTubes here. The Fred Meyer in Ellensburg also sells the Men's Room's
All
honor.
right.
Yes.
Injury to myself, it says.
I would say the QFC in, I guess, what's that name? I guess Northgate, Roseville neighborhood? That sells.
Kroger's got us, man.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
Yep.
Kroger, yeah. Shout out to Kroger.
Thank you, Kroger.
Guys, after I had a small hernia repair, it's below the belt line. I was having relations with a female.
Oh, no.
She was on the top there, and during this activity, the wound opened up.
Oh, God, man.
Thankfully, it was only partially opened and drained a smallish amount of blood.
Oh, that's
clear
nice.
fluid for a couple days.
It's only a little blood, baby.
I now have a visible scar in my pubic region.
How do you like it?
When I trim them up. That's weird.
Turnabout is fair play.
And finally, one more. We got the subject is fridge nachos. Bitches, on the subject of nachos, my latest go-to at home is cold nachos. Started with that, having leftovers from tacos. For a quick, delicious lunch, just throw on the shredded cheese cold, plus toppings and some Tabasco sauce. Actually, not bad. Don't knock it till you try it. Longtime listener since 2002, first-time emailer. Love the show. You guys never change. Love the consistency. That from Brett.
So the nachos, the cheese has never been melted.
Correct.
He's just making nachos with cold cheese.
Sounds
Well,
out
what he
So-
said, he had the leftover nachos.
Right,
So,
so
whatever
there's a-
cheese was still on them was congealed and whatever. He just added fresh, cold.
So what I think the way that we're going about this is they had a taco night. They had leftover chopped up tomatoes and whatever.
Okay,
it is.
all right.
So then you just throw all those together on the nachos and then just sprinkle some cheese on the top.
He was too impatient to heat it up.
Like,
So not so bad.
Pop it in the
that-
doggone oven for a couple of minutes.
But that I can fathom.
What,
Eating
this-
cold, if the nachos had been hot,
Yeah.
then cold,
Yes.
gross.
It's like a Mexican dip that you'd bring over to somebody's house. It's a cold
Yeah,
dip.
good call.
It's got the beans.
It's like a
got all the stuff.
7-layer dip.
That's
yeah.
exactly
I,
right.
have, I have an issue with nachos that have sat out too long because those chips get soggy. They get
get
soupy,
weird.
Man. They get
Yes,
bad.
they do.
I think nachos are overrated, but another time.
You settle down, Smith.
All right, I think it's time that we go back in time to the last time that we played Ted versus the FCC. So if we could, let's go back in time.
Short City Shelley sits and shy City Shelley sits while sipping City Schlitz, petting Fat Chuck Futbuck.
3 times fast.
Short City Shelley sits, shy City Shelley sits while sipping City Schlitz and petting Fat Chuck Fuck.
Okay, let's do it again.
And now, everyone's favorite daytime game show, where one person could lose $325,000 and their job, or win and walk away with nothing. It's time for Ted versus the FCC.
We only have 2 leads left, 2 late nights for the year.
I know.
The weekend to retire until 2026. But lo and behold, we get another listener-submitted Ted versus the FCC. Came in this morning. And it's kind of close to last week's, to be honest with you. Might be from the same guy. This one goes something like this. Gotta be careful myself. Chunky Butt Funk was stuck with a funky fork. Poor unlucky Butt Funk Chuck, the chunky butt flunker, with his fat, funky fork. The way that we do Ted versus the FCC is 1 time through, then 3 times fast.
Please pronounce those N's, Ted.
He doesn't have a problem with it when I'm around.
Throw them ends out, Ted.
Come on.
Hit them ends.
Don't talk about the pitcher while he's throwing a no-hit.
Thanks for printing this out, Miles.
You got it.
Usually it's just an email. Like, I like you actually put some space in here.
I did.
Ted can read.
Ted Reed. All right. Chunky Butt Funk was stuck with a funky fork. Poor unlucky Butt Funk Chuck, the chunky butt flunker, with his fat, funky fork.
3 times fast.
Chunky Butt Funk was stuck with a funky fork. Poor unlucky Butt Funk Chuck, the chunky butt fucker.
Oh! Wow, man. Damn.
Give me that thing back.
Damn.
Well, we know we don't have to do one for the rest of the year.
Jeez, man.
We'll take that one up to Tony V's in Everett next week. As Friday, you'll be hearing Ted versus the FCC live. It is a free show, absolutely free. Right
21 plus,
Right
thankfully.
before the Unwrapped show at
Look, that's what
Angel
he's
of the Winds
into.
Arena.
I know, but man, you put some real emphasis on that.
Live show starts at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Hopefully, you can join us next Friday up there at Tony V's. All right, coming up at 5:08, we'll drink a toast with a shot of the day. You are listening to The Men's Room.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, a local man unintentionally broke the world record for the number of unsuccessful attempts to get a fitted sheet on a mattress. But first, earlier today, a woman crashed her car into the storefront of a local business. No one was injured, but she lost control of a vehicle because of an ill-timed sneeze.
Oh, man, it's tough when you sneeze without warning.
I have to agree with you there. Just yesterday morning, I sneezed while brushing my teeth.
At least you weren't driving.
No, but I had a mouthful of toothpaste and water that ended up on the bathroom mirror. My lovely wife was not pleased. It made quite the mess.
I hear you, Playboy. You ever sneezed with a mouthful of Jell-O?
No, I have not sneezed with a mouthful of Jell-O.
Now that makes the mess, man. How'd you get those stains out of a wedding dress?
You sneezed Jell-O onto a bride? On her wedding day?
Yeah, man. You ever sneeze on a baby's head?
On a baby's head?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
Ever plug your nose to stop a sneeze into pooping yourself?
Absolutely not, no.
Ever poop yourself and that made you sneeze?
How would that even happen?
I do not know, Stone. I am not a doctor. I'm just telling you my experience. You ever sneeze while you're hiding naked in a woman's closet because her husband came home early?
I don't even want to know this story.
It explains itself, Playboy. You ever sneeze on someone's rice?
Have I sneezed on someone's rice? No, Felix, I have not sneezed on someone's rice.
I have. Years ago, I worked at a sushi joint, man. I probably sneezed on someone's rice about 6 times in the year that I worked there.
That's like once every 2 months.
Oh, man, I sneezed in your coffee mug more than that.
Wait, what?
Your coffee mug, man. I sneezed in that more than I sneezed on the sushi roll.
You sneeze in my coffee mug?
Sometimes, man. Not a lot, but sometimes, yeah.
Why would you sneeze in my coffee mug?
Because I don't always have a tissue, Stone. And I only ever have to sneeze when I walk by your desk, Playboy.
Why do you only sneeze at my desk?
I'm allergic to your desk.
That doesn't make any sense. All of our desks are the same.
No, there's definitely something different about your desk. It makes me sneeze too.
Are you being serious right now, Bonnie? My desk makes you sneeze.
Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah. Your desk makes me sneeze. I think I'm allergic to it too.
The two of you are allergic to my desk.
It seemed that way, Playboy.
Yeah, your desk makes us sneeze. One time I sneezed a mouthful of marshmallows into your coffee mug.
What?
I had a mouthful of marshmallows, and when I got to your desk, I had to sneeze. And then I sneezed. And in the blink of an eye, the marshmallows in my mouth were in your coffee mug.
You sneezed marshmallows into my coffee mug?
I'm really sorry about that, but you didn't even notice. In fact, you poured a cup of coffee and said that the creamer seemed extra creamy. I knew that it was just the marshmallows and mucus, but I didn't say anything.
Bonnie, how long ago did this happen?
That was yesterday.
That is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard.
It was also pretty disgusting to watch.
She ain't lying, Playboy. Watching you drink that was tough, man.
Wait, you knew I was drinking this?
Well, yeah, man. We always sneeze at your desk.
Because we're allergic to it.
That's when we agreed to go to commercial break. But now I use a sealable thermos, and I got a new desk.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Before we begin, Felix, I have to ask, what happened to you this weekend?
Oh, nothing, man. Why?
You're covered in bandages.
Oh, that? Yeah, man. I was helping my uncle at his dairy farm.
What happened at the dairy farm that left you with so many cuts and bruises? The most common injuries from cows include kicks or headbutts or getting trampled even.
Yeah, my uncle doesn't have cows, man.
Goats?
Nope.
Sheep?
No, not on his dairy farm, Playboy.
What kind of dairy farm doesn't have cows or sheep or goats?
My uncle's. He doesn't milk cows. He milks other mammals.
Other mammals?
Yes, Stone, other mammals.
Other mammals.
That is correct, no matter how many times you ask. My uncle's farm specializes in other mammals. All female mammals produce milk, man.
I know that, Felix. It's just that on most dairy farms, the farmers milk cows or goats or sheep.
Or buffaloes or camels.
Ah, your uncle has buffaloes and camels then?
Nope. My uncle's dairy farm has squirrels, chipmunks, rabbits, bats.
Bats? Your uncle milks bats?
Along with squirrels, chipmunks, raccoons, possums.
Possum milk?
Yeah, man. You ever milk a possum?
What? Of course not.
Possums have 13 nipples, Playboy.
13?
Yeah, and no matter which one you grab, that possum puts up a fight.
Is that what happened to you this weekend?
The possums were part of it, man. Weasels don't like getting milked either.
You were scratched.
And bitten, Playboy.
You were scratched and bitten by possums and weasels because you were milking them.
Like I said, man, some animals do not appreciate being milked. Lemurs, on the other hand, lemurs make it weird.
You milked a lemur?
I milked several lemurs, Playboy.
And the lemurs make milking them weird. Weirder than the fact that you're milking a lemur in the first place.
Yeah, lemurs maintain eye contact through the whole process. Made me very uncomfortable, man.
Let me get this straight. Your uncle has a dairy farm, but he milks possums and weasels and lemurs.
And rabbits, squirrels, chipmunks, raccoons, and bats, yeah.
And what does your uncle do with these various milks?
Well, like any dairy farmer, man, he makes a bunch of products. Hard cheese, soft cheese, cream cheese, sour cream, butter, yogurt, you name it.
And he sells these products?
Well, yeah, Stone. That's his whole business, man. You can find him at the farmer's market. His bestseller is the Bat Sour Cream. Which reminds me, my uncle wanted me to gift you a block of weasel cheese. He's a big fan, man.
That is a block of cheese. Made from the milk of a weasel?
Yes, sir, and you're welcome.
Tell your uncle he shouldn't have. Seriously, he shouldn't have. This is an interesting odor.
Okay, well, the texture is even more interesting.
Good to know. For our more adventurous viewers out there, what is this name of your uncle's dairy line?
Your own personal cheese.
Drink and toast for the shot of the day. And we do. Check out with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines.
Not working on it. It's not working on it. All right. Yeah, it's old Hollywood. Well, thank you, Miles. Traffic congestion has hit an all-time high throughout the nation.
I found that out today.
Seattle's bad, too.
So, Ted, you normally are what, 25?
Oh, no.
30
It's
minutes?
like 15.
15. How long did it take you to get into work today?
It took me about an hour today.
An hour.
To go, what, 9 miles maybe?
Maybe.
Something like, and it's a straight shot.
Right. Max 9. I don't think it is even that long, that far.
But there was some accident, I guess, somewhere near Union Street, and it was just stopped.
Just shut it all down.
Union is one of the worst places for an accident if you're on 5.
So I cut through the city because that'd be quicker.
Yeah, you know.
At
That's
least
how it
you're
goes.
moving, kind of.
I've always
Kind of.
So what kind of a driver are you guys? Because there are same thing. Cutting through and taking side streets, it probably does take me longer. I think about 60% of the time, it takes me actually longer the way that I take. However, I prefer to keep moving.
That's always my philosophy. Like I know I'm going a little out of the way, but one, I know I'm going out of the way, and as long as I'm still moving forward, I'm reaching my destination. Right. But just sitting on 5 and things aren't moving, that I will lose my mind.
Exactly.
I go back and forth. Like today, I finally cut through the city because I know it, but generally, if I'm in an area I don't know and it tells me to get off the highway, I'll just listen to the GPS.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
figure it knows better than I do.
I was going home. There's always that traffic after Federal Way going into Tacoma around the corner, right?
Right there at Fife.
Yeah, and so I've always wondered, like, is it quicker to cut through Federal Way? Just because, maybe I can get out and around, take 509 and stuff like that. There was one time there was some bad accident or congestion down there to where from Federal Way to Tacoma was going to be 45 minutes.
Jeez.
Well, the one that's sticking most people right now is 405 from Renton to 90.
Yeah.
So if you're in that corridor, and they've closed
It's
that thing
awful.
down, like multiple times, multiple weekends, whatever they're doing. But it's still congested even when it's moving normally.
Yeah, freely. So 45 minutes. So I finally decided, like, screw it. I'm going to go through Federal Way. Like, we're going to give this one a shot. I beat the time by about 4 minutes.
Really?
That's it.
And you got to keep moving.
And I got to keep
That's
moving.
the whole thing. I'm like a shark at that point. Like, I need to
I
be
gotta
in
go,
motion.
man.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of like the other argument, right? Is it better to be stuck like driving a long distance that takes half an hour, or trying to fight through the city and it takes you half an hour and it's just like stop and go?
Right. They say a fertility gap is fueling a rise in one-child families.
What is a fertility gap?
I don't know. I didn't look into it.
Are people a fertility gap would tell me you are incapable, right?
Right.
Because that's what fertility is. If you're choosing not to have more than one kid, then okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't look into it. I'm not working on it. I don't care. One-child family's cool. Do your thing.
Whatever, man.
Yeah. There's a 3-year-old chess player that's just become the youngest person to earn an official rating. 3 years old.
I
What's
saw
his
that
rating?
kid, and it annoys me.
He's good enough to get a rating. So I have no idea.
Yeah, but I mean, is it high? Before we celebrate this 3-year-old.
I put it this way.
3-year-old.
We would not get a rating.
No, I don't think
Like,
so.
none of us are good enough to play chess. Like, they would acknowledge that we know the rules.
Right.
But I don't even think we could get a rating. But I saw a picture of that kid, and I'm like, I hate the fact that kid would wipe me out in about 2 minutes if we sat down and played chess. Well, he's picking his nose and scratching his ass.
Put some gloves on. Let's see how well you do,
Yeah.
punk. Time for the Merriam-Webster word of the day, boys. Put your thinking caps on. I give you guys a 90% chance of success on this one. It is a verb and brought to you by the letter I. And to do this to a person or an animal is to introduce immunologically active material like an antibody or an antigen into the...
Immunize.
Say what now?
Immunize?
Immunize, it's good, but that's not the one.
That's what I was thinking.
Especially in order to treat or prevent a disease. It is kind of the same vein. No pun intended.
It's not undoctored.
Last and final chance. The word is inoculate.
Oh,
Inoculate.
Quick update. I just saw a picture of this 3-year-old, and he's wearing shades.
I know.
I hate him now, too.
Yeah.
Do they wear shades so that it's like poker?
Yes.
You gotta hide your face.
Yeah,
so they don't
because
know.
you're
Yes,
looking
you
a
don't,
few
you,
steps
you don't
ahead.
want you don't want him to see what you're looking at.
Okay.
Right.
I think.
Yeah, because I thought the same thing at first. That like
see
he's
that.
wearing shades.
Like, why is he so cool?
Sort of got a back tattoo.
Did you bring aviators to a chess match?
Yeah, he's got like a hot blonde girlfriend. I'm like, he's 3. What is he doing?
What's with the leather jacket? He rolled up on a Harley.
He's friends with Kevin Hart.
Damn, man.
But he's taller.
And The Rock.
You're 3. Why does your girlfriend have bolt-ons? Cash is the leading holiday gift request this year, with 1 in 5 Americans admitting that help paying their bills would be their ideal present.
Well, sure.
Yeah, money's tight.
Yeah. And
Headline.
money spends everywhere.
Right. Yeah, exactly right. Money is good everywhere that you need it. And
No
everybody
one's
needs
going to
more.
return it.
And there was a lot more statistics where people expect to spend somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,100 on gifts this year.
Damn.
And don't expect near as much in return.
Well, of course not.
I think people want to buy things they need, which is not what you want to tell someone as far as what you would like. I mean, what
Sure.
you want and what you like is not different from what you need.
For sure.
Right.
You need laundry detergent, but you don't
Can
want it.
Buy me some Tide Pods.
Right.
Feel free to wrap it up, brother. It's all good.
I mean, the thing that I do not want to buy right now.
Yeah.
And I look for like tools and little kitchen appliances and whatnot.
But that stuff works.
Yeah.
That's good,
My brother-in-law is one of the hardest people to buy for because he has enough money that if he truly wants it, he can and will buy it for himself.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at his registry like last year or something like that. He's got a little pie scooper or a pie server.
Just
that little
so
guy
he
there.
can say, like,
Buy this for me.
This.
Right.
My brother's the same way. Like, he has more money than God. He doesn't need anything. He doesn't have
Yeah.
kids. So I basically tell my kids, hey, you get him something. Because whatever you guys get him, he'll love.
Yeah.
Even if it's stupid.
That's why I get him a bottle of something.
If I buy a bottle, it's for me. I'm telling you that right now, man.
You've never given alcohol as a gift.
Not that I could not partake in.
Well, sure.
I brought you
That's
a
the
gift.
idea.
Right. But I would not send him a bottle. He lives 3,000 miles away. If he lived in Federal Way and I'm going to go visit him on Christmas, I would show up with a bottle, say it's for him, and then ask him to open it.
Pop it open. Come on, let's have a toast.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I don't.
And then just keep going.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. Like me and my brother, after a while, it's like, we're adults.
Sure.
But then, if there's something cool, like Dick's a few years ago had a package you could send people with frozen burgers.
Cool.
So I sent them that.
Yeah,
that's perfect. That's
Exactly.
great.
Apparently, cassette tapes are making a comeback.
They keep saying that,
All right.
which leads me to believe that maybe they're not.
The only problem with cassette tapes is just the strength of the tape because
Yeah.
it ages over time.
Yeah.
So those tend to snap. So unless you have a repair kit and know how to do it like a reel-to-reel, eventually, whether you're fast forwarding, rewinding, all the stressful things that cassettes that put pressure on that, they do tend to break.
Yeah, that was the worst part of a cassette, was just that.
Here's my thing. Here's my theory as to why cassette tapes are making a comeback. Because I believe that there are certain artists or artists that their listeners will buy literally anything that they put out.
Yeah.
And so they've put out an entire bundle of their garbage album that includes a cassette tape that they will buy every single form of how this record comes out, and they will buy the cassette tape.
Well,
they will never
my
listen
thing
to
is,
it, but
do
they
you
will buy
have-
that crap.
Do you have something to listen to it on? Like, I love vinyl. I've always liked vinyl. Like, I'm not going back to it. I've never left it. I never liked CDs. I've always had a turntable, right? The cassette player, I'm like, look, you can have all the cassettes you want. I don't even know where to go to buy one if I were looking for
And how do you play? Well, Bluetooth probably, but also too, it's generational. So we grew up with records.
Right.
So there's a nostalgia in that. That's why I still buy albums today. The next generation only bought CDs.
Yeah.
So that will come back, and people will start buying CDs again because that was what this generation knew, and now it's retro, and now it's going back to what you grew up with.
Exactly.
So it's just going to be a progression like that.
I just don't think it's near that nostalgic and retro. I think it's because somebody that is being pitched as a perfect person that is great and wonderful is actually taking y'all for a ride.
I would agree a little bit just because records just sound so much different.
Right, absolutely do.
Right. Yeah. So I get why vinyl is having such a comeback, and people like it, right? As long as I've known Thrill, he has talked about vinyl.
Absolutely.
But the other thing is a lot. It depends, how old an album is. So if someone puts out new vinyl today, it is what it is. I'll still buy it. But a lot of the old, if you buy like old Zeppelin or old Sabbath, like it was recorded to be analog, right? So when you actually listen to it on a record, you do hear a difference because that's what it is recorded for.
It depends on the band too. So if you listen to Steely Dan, it's clean as hell. So is Mark Knopfler. Dire Straits is clean as hell. I bought a couple of Alice in Chains albums this past week. Alice in Chains is the perfect band for vinyl. They sound so good on vinyl.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's
There's a listing in Atlanta that's caught people's attention of a 6-bedroom, 9-bathroom, 16,000 square foot home that could be yours for the low price of $35 million.
Yeah.
And it looks like a house in Atlanta. I mean, I'm saying that wrong. It looks like if you had a lot of money.
Looks like a White House replica.
That's it. I feel places like Dallas, Atlanta.
People love those mansions.
They do. And they're definitely not McMansions. I mean, it's clearly worth a lot of money, but it's so ugly to me.
I just like, they had it on a Redfin listing, and my favorite bit of this was like, hey guys, mortgage rates are down, and your monthly payment on this property is now down to $203,000 a month.
I like that that's the sales pitch. Hey, take advantage of these low mortgage rates.
And no matter how big that house is, you're going to spend time in 3 places.
Yes.
The kitchen, the living area.
Yes.
The family room, living area, or your bedroom.
Exactly.
So no matter how many bedrooms you have, you might have a dining room, you might have this, you might have that, but ultimately, you're only going to be in 3 places most of the time.
Right. So let's move to the South.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
You can enjoy some great food down there in the South.
I absolutely would enjoy the food.
But if we're going to move on down south, we got to know how to talk like the people in the South, which means that there's a handful of Southern phrases that everybody should be using just a little bit more often. Thank you, Miles, for this list, by the way.
Oh, hell yeah.
So there's a handful of here because, honestly, they talk differently than we do up here.
Sure.
So let's see here. Handful of examples over here. So there's a common critique over here that is as far as the media goes and the people that they put on the media for interviews. That tends to be the loud minority, as it were. The people that know very little about what it is that they're talking about, but they say it very, very loud. Or as they say in the South, well, you know what they say, an empty wagon makes a lot of noise.
That's a good saying.
That is a true saying.
Yeah.
They are loud as hell.
Yeah, it's another. It dates back to the ancient days. It can be traced all the way back to Plato. Essentially, it means an empty-headed simpleton talks a lot more than an intelligent person.
Now, you should read some of his quotes. They're spectacular.
Plato, really?
Yeah, Aristotle. They had a way of kind of insulting everyone, but make it sound important. And generally, it was just that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Basically saying, the more you talk, the dumber you are. And the reason I support that is we do a talk show. Just throwing it out there. You guys are so stupid.
I don't think people are learning anything
talking
from this.
Right. We all know
Are
that.
you smarter?
We all know that, guys. Sometimes you see him from a few streets away, and why are we avoiding him? Well, we avoid him because, quite frankly, he's nuttier than a porta potty at a peanut festival.
Oh, damn.
That's pretty good.
It's unsurprisingly not used to describe actual nuts, but in this case, in which nutty is akin to crazy. Have to know your company in order to use this one effectively, they say.
Very descriptive.
You guys ever been to a bar where they got karaoke night and
yeah,
you just got that one person?
Want to leave?
Yeah.
That's they're singing Elvis, and you can't help it. But you got that gal up there. You say, man, we leave every time Margaret gets up there because, she can't carry a tune in a bucket with a lid on it.
Damn. I'm going to use that.
Typically
I think
reserved.
the best one I heard, he couldn't pour sand out of a boot if you wrote the directions on the heel. Jesus Christ, man.
Typically reserved to describe someone that sounds like scratching nails on a chalkboard while singing at church. Which, I've been to church. There's a lot of those that can't carry a tune in a bucket with a lid on it.
Also recommend highly checking out Foghorn Leghorn. He's got a million of them.
He's got great ones.
He does.
My grandmother, great-grandmother died. I don't remember which one, but she was part of a church 7 days a week, and a woman who had to be 30 years older than her. This woman's in her 90s. They were very close, but she's going to sing a hymn on my grandmother's behalf. Now, generally speaking, this has been a very sad moment. This woman started singing, and I cannot explain it. I swear, my aunt was sitting in front of me. She turned around, and the look on her face was just like, and me and my brother could not stop laughing. And she just went on, and it was heartfelt, but it was so bad, man. She sounded like a 92-year-old woman singing.
You learn lessons differently in the South. As you're growing up, your dad teaches you a very important lesson where, you both do work out in the back and your dad gives you $4 and he gives your brother $10. And you say, Dad, that's not fair. Your dad says, fair? Fair is a place where pigs get judged. Life ain't fair, boy.
Damn.
Used at moments when you have to tell someone that life isn't always fair. 4-H competitions and county and state fairs are common throughout the South. Phrase doesn't have too many layers on it, but it's a nice play on fair.
You don't deserve anything. Here's what you're getting.
That's exactly right. That is exactly right.
Oh, you sounded all southern out.
Exactly right now. You go into the classroom and you got that one kid that just sits all the way over there in the corner. And you say, why doesn't anybody ever go hang out with that kid? And you say, well, that boy's cornbread ain't done in the middle. Again, these are southern phrases that everybody should be using
more often. What did my dad always say? I don't think his elevator's going to the top floor.
Yeah, that's right. That boy's cornbread ain't done in the middle is a great one that conjures up a very clear image of undercooked bread. It's used to describe someone who is off in some way or another.
Damn.
Oh man, we've all been in this situation where we're not all that comfortable, man. There's some stuff going on, and I just don't know how it's going to turn out. And I got to tell you, I am nervous as a cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
That's a good one.
Yeah. It's an all-timer, the one that requires you that you've done a little living. In order to fully understand the Southern phrase, you must have at least seen a cat around a rocking chair before and how uneasy they are. And you trust the phrase and take it at face value there.
I don't know. You know what? I don't have a rocking chair, so I've never known the phenomenon.
Man, it's their tails, bro.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they get pinched under there.
Because just how cats choose to sit somewhere in your proximity and you rock that chair back. It's bad.
Yeah, that's right. Now, we've all known that person, the couch surfer, the guy that just doesn't seem to get himself up and running, right? What do we say about that guy, Ted? That dog won't hunt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's so funny.
Dates all the way back to the 1800s, and it's used to describe something that simply will not work. It's believed that this phrase is pulled from the 17th and 18th century phrase, that rooster won't fight.
Okay.
They don't say rooster.
As I follow a fireman that makes food on Instagram, and he always eats his food and goes, that dog will hunt.
Okay, yeah.
I finally get it now. I was always like, what the hell is he talking about?
That dog won't hunt.
Right,
he's saying that dog will hunt.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, that dog will hunt. That's right. We all, I feel like, felt this way last week after we enjoyed a little Thanksgiving dinner, and man, oh man, I am full as a tick.
Okay.
What do they expand, like 5 times the size of their body?
Pretty much, yeah. You don't hear it too often, but it's used to describe when you've eaten so much that you're about to burst. Conjures up the images of a deer tick that's engorged with blood and is about to burst.
Which is a beautiful image.
It really is.
They're going to eradicate the tick.
They really do.
But if they did, then we'd find out whatever good they're doing that no one is aware of. You know, so the Black Plague, they eat that.
You heard of the butterfly effect?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I don't know what they do. I do not like them.
They got to be doing something, or we would have gotten rid of them.
We all heard about the incident that went down at the bar over there. Somebody just gone off, man. He's fit to be tied.
Oh, yeah. Definitely heard that one.
It's an old phrase used to describe someone who is furious, angry, agitated. It is believed to take back to a time when mental institutions were more common across America, and would describe a patient in an insane asylum that would need to be tied down with straps.
I've usually heard that they were talking about themselves. They are super pissed off, and they're trying not to react as violently as they'd like to, and they say, I am fit to be tied.
Yeah.
Which meant leave me alone or I will kill you.
Exactly. Exactly. And then I'll leave you with this last and final great Southern phrase that everybody should be using just a little bit more often. Going back to that insane asylum, that one over there, man, he is crazy as a sprayed roach. Translates to unhinged person who's manic and has no wits about him, like a cockroach that has just been sprayed with Raid and is in survival mode. A woman in Florida was arrested for her attire, Miles.
She was arrested for what?
For her attire.
Oh, what was she wearing?
I'll tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, we made it to the weekend and drinking time.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast the Kish Inox Tech Expo. So what is the Kish Inox Tech Expo? I'm glad you asked. It's an annual international event serving as a platform to showcase Iran's economic and technological capabilities. And this year, attendees were treated to Mr. and Miss Data. They're actually a pair of humanoid robots. I know, like Russia's in on the game, China's in on the game, the U.S. is definitely doing their thing. But the impressive robots, they even interacted with visitors. Miss Robot, the quote-unquote female version, explained to attendees that it was, quote, in a blockchain space, and that together with her male counterpart, it is a collection of data that works together in a shared data code. Now, people were very impressed with the Iranian ingenuity. And the robots, they were fluid. They were actually very articulate. And then people noticed that they blinked. They breathed, but more accurately, they also had acne scars because they were people that they simply tried to dress up as androids. Yeah. They were pretending to be
my
robots.
God.
Well, naturally, they're now enjoying being the butt of many, many jokes worldwide. If you get the chance, again, the Kish, K-I-S-H, Inox, I-N-O-X, Tech Expo, more than likely this will be the first story that pops up. So
they're trying to prove
that they have moved forward with their robotics and Android stuff, which a lot of countries are doing. The thing that really startled people about these is that in addition to the robot bodies, like the faces looked real and the expressions looked real. And I don't understand Iranian, but even when you click on it, you can tell it's the equivalent of talking like this. And they're trying to make the motions, but when you close in, I'm like, that's an acne scar. And then people realize they blinked. And you can see them breathing, and in the end, it's like, yeah, man, listen, they dressed us up to try to play androids.
That's kind of fun, though.
Dude, it is. It's just a sad and pathetic thing.
I am emotionally unequipped for this answer.
Exactly, man. So we pour this booze, and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
All right, your winner on a Bad Choice Friday coming up next.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, a local man unintentionally broke the world record for the number of unsuccessful attempts to get a fitted sheet on a mattress. But first, earlier today, a woman crashed her car into the storefront of a local business. No one was injured, but she lost control of a vehicle because of an ill-timed sneeze.
Oh, man, it's tough when you sneeze without warning.
I have to agree with you there. Just yesterday morning, I sneezed while brushing my teeth.
At least you weren't driving.
No, but I had a mouthful of toothpaste and water that ended up on the bathroom mirror. My lovely wife was not pleased. It made quite the mess.
I hear you, Playboy. You ever sneezed with a mouthful of Jell-O?
No, I have not sneezed with a mouthful of Jell-O.
Now that makes the mess, man. How'd you get those stains out of a wedding dress?
You sneezed Jell-O onto a bride? On her wedding day?
Yeah, man. You ever sneeze on a baby's head?
On a baby's head?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
Ever plug your nose to stop a sneeze into pooping yourself?
Absolutely not, no.
Ever poop yourself and that made you sneeze?
How would that even happen?
I do not know, Stone. I am not a doctor. I'm just telling you my experience. You ever sneeze while you're hiding naked in a woman's closet because her husband came home early?
I don't even want to know this story.
It explains itself, Playboy. You ever sneeze on someone's rice?
Have I sneezed on someone's rice? No, Felix, I have not sneezed on someone's rice.
I have. Years ago, I worked at a sushi joint, man. I probably sneezed on someone's rice about 6 times in the year that I worked there.
That's like once every 2 months.
Oh, man, I sneezed in your coffee mug more than that.
Wait, what?
Your coffee mug, man. I sneezed in that more than I sneezed on the sushi roll.
You sneeze in my coffee mug?
Sometimes, man. Not a lot, but sometimes, yeah.
Why would you sneeze in my coffee mug?
Because I don't always have a tissue, Stone. And I only ever have to sneeze when I walk by your desk, Playboy.
Why do you only sneeze at my desk?
I'm allergic to your desk.
That doesn't make any sense. All of our desks are the same.
No, there's definitely something different about your desk. It makes me sneeze too.
Are you being serious right now, Bonnie? My desk makes you sneeze.
Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah. Your desk makes me sneeze. I think I'm allergic to it too.
The two of you are allergic to my desk.
It seems that way, Playboy.
Yeah, your desk makes us sneeze. One time I sneezed a mouthful of marshmallows into your coffee mug.
What?
I had a mouthful of marshmallows, and when I got to your desk, I had to sneeze. And then I sneezed. And in the blink of an eye, the marshmallows in my mouth were in your coffee mug.
You sneezed marshmallows into my coffee mug?
I'm really sorry about that, but you didn't even notice. In fact, you poured a cup of coffee and said that the creamer seemed extra creamy. I knew that it was just the marshmallows and mucus, but I didn't say anything.
Bonnie, how long ago did this happen?
That was yesterday.
That is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard.
It was also pretty disgusting to watch.
She ain't lying, Playboy. Watching you drink that was tough, man.
Wait, you knew I was drinking this?
Well, yeah, man. We always sneeze at your desk.
Because we're allergic to it.
That's when we agreed to go to commercial break. But now I use a sealable thermos, and I got a new desk.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Before we begin, Felix, I have to ask, what happened to you this weekend?
Oh, nothing, man. Why?
You're covered in bandages.
Oh, that? Yeah, man. I was helping my uncle at his dairy farm.
What happened at the dairy farm that left you with so many cuts and bruises? The most common injuries from cows include kicks or headbutts or getting trampled even.
Yeah, my uncle doesn't have cows, man.
Goats?
Nope.
Sheep?
No, not on his dairy farm, Playboy.
What kind of dairy farm doesn't have cows or sheep or goats?
My uncle's. He doesn't milk cows. He milks other mammals.
Other mammals?
Yes, Stone, other mammals.
Other mammals.
That is correct, no matter how many times you ask. My uncle's farm specializes in other mammals. All female mammals produce milk, man.
I know that, Felix. It's just that on most dairy farms, the farmers milk cows or goats or sheep.
Or buffaloes or camels.
Ah, your uncle has buffaloes and camels then?
Nope. My uncle's dairy farm has squirrels, chipmunks, rabbits, bats.
Bats? Your uncle milks bats?
Along with squirrels, chipmunks, raccoons, possums.
Possum milk?
Yeah, man. You ever milk a possum?
What? Of course not.
Possums have 13 nipples, Playboy.
13?
Yeah, and no matter which one you grab, that possum puts up a fight.
Is that what happened to you this weekend?
The possums were part of it, man. Weasels don't like getting milked either.
You were scratched.
And bitten, Playboy.
You were scratched and bitten by possums and weasels because you were milking them.
Like I said, man, some animals do not appreciate being milked. Lemurs, on the other hand, lemurs make it weird.
You milked a lemur?
I milked several lemurs, Playboy.
And the lemurs make milking them weird. Weirder than the fact that you're milking a lemur in the first place.
Yeah, lemurs maintain eye contact through the whole process. Made me very uncomfortable, man.
Let me get this straight. Your uncle has a dairy farm, but he milks possums and weasels and lemurs.
And rabbits, squirrels, chipmunks, raccoons, and bats, yeah.
And what does your uncle do with these various milks?
Well, like any dairy farmer, man, he makes a bunch of products. Hard cheese, soft cheese, cream cheese, sour cream, butter, yogurt, you name it.
And he sells these products?
Well, yeah, Stone. That's his whole business, man. You can find him at the farmer's market. His bestseller is the Bat Sour Cream. Which reminds me, my uncle wanted me to gift you a block of weasel cheese. He's a big fan, man.
That is a block of cheese. Made from the milk of a weasel?
Yes, sir, and you're welcome.
Tell your uncle he shouldn't have. Seriously, he shouldn't have. This is an interesting odor.
Okay, well, the texture is even more interesting.
Good to know. For our more adventurous viewers out there, what is this name of your uncle's dairy line?
Your own personal cheeses.
Like the song Your Own Personal Jesus.
Exactly. That song was supposed to be my uncle's jingle, but they changed cheeses to Jesus, and they got a hit song out of it.
You're telling me that Depeche Mode wrote Your Own Personal Jesus as a jingle for your uncle's dairy products?
Yeah, until they changed cheeses to Jesus. My uncle's still mad about that one, man. But a lot of big musical acts screwed over my uncle, Playboy. Started years ago with Neil Young.
Your uncle hired Neil Young to write a jingle for his dairy farm? Neil Young?
Yeah, he wrote a jingle called Rockin' in the Brie World.
Rockin' in the Brie World? Come on, Felix.
Then the late Tina Turner, man, she did my uncle dirty, man.
Tina Turner?
Yeah, she sang a song called Cheddar Be Good to Me, but changed cheddar to better. Pearl Jam did the same thing.
Pearl Jam?
Yeah, they wrote a jingle called Butterman.
Do you mean Better Man? I don't believe that was supposed to be a jingle for your uncle's dairy farm.
And the band Heart.
Oh, come on.
You know that song Barracuda?
Of course, everyone knows that song.
Yeah, originally it was called Share Some Gouda. Years later, they got my uncle again when they released that song Alone. That was supposed to be Provolone.
Is any of this true?
That's what my uncle says, Playboy.
And he's still mad about all of this.
Wouldn't you be? But he doesn't let it keep him down. We call him Mr. Positive.
Mr. Positive. Is your uncle a glass half full type of guy?
No, man, he has HIV.
We'll be back next hour.
Hey, bros, Mensu Muragada, Besuto Bira. Super freshu, super strong, taste boom. You drink now, anatawa big man desa. No wait, no think. Just grabu Mensu Muraga. Say chas. Kanpai. Mensu Muragada, Besuto Bira.
You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Now for all TV news all the time, and it's time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, The Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right, your choices today. You got Stephen Colbert, Seth Meyers, The Jimmy,
Fallon and Kibble,
Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
That is right there. The title is, guys have teams of talents to write or something come up with the monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
In animal news, a bar in New Zealand had an unexpected customer walk in, and it was a baby seal, which seems funny and cute, but nobody wants to hear a kiss from a rose on repeat.
The Ted Smith.
Yep.
Yeah.
You remember that the Super Bowl commercial they did one?
Yeah, Seal?
Yeah. So my kids were too young they knew the song, but they did not know who Seal was. So when that commercial came on and they're looking at that image, I mean, the look on my son's face is like, what the F is that? And I had to explain it. He's like, yeah, okay, that's creepy, man.
Show him who he's married to. Was.
Yeah, was.
Spotify Wrapped is here, and this year there's a new feature called Listening Age, which tells users how old their music taste makes them. And because my top artist of the year was Majestic Tropic Thunderstorm by Music for Deep Sleep, Spotify predicted my age at 4 billion years old.
It's Seth Meyers.
Colbert.
Spotify Wrapped is here, and this year there's a new feature called Listening Age, which tells users how old their music taste makes them. And because my top artist of the year was Majestic Tropical Thunderstorm by Music for Deep Sleep, Spotify accurately predicted my age as 4 billion years old.
I was 65.
Were you?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I gotta look at it. Mine's very confused. It's like country, gangster rap, and EDM.
Mm-hmm.
You need help.
I listened to like Hall & Oates one time. You're like, oh, you like the oldies? You're 65.
More companies are hiring TikTok influencers to create content for their products. So look for fun collaborations like Get Ready with Merrill Lynch and Skibbity Bop Bank of America.
Colbert.
Fallon.
Apparently, more companies are looking to hire TikTok influencers to create content about their products. So look for fun collaborations like Get Ready with Merrill Lynch and Skibbity Bank of America.
I got more Martha Stewart news, guys.
Excellent.
Yeah, just for you. Basically, she's been struck by lightning 3 times.
That is amazing. Well, you know, people do get hit by lightning multiple times. So there is a phenomenon. Trust me, I'm aware of it. I've read about it.
Sure. I just think it's weird that Martha Stewart's one of them.
Kind of freaky.
Don't you think with the amount of golf you've been playing in the last few years, you're rolling the dice?
Not in the Pacific Northwest. But when I go other places,
mark that down. There's one tree at your course.
That's right. Never been hit by lightning.
First time for everything, Montgomery.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
You're right. It's very rare we get lightning. I'm telling you.
Typically we get lightning.
It's going to be one cloudy day in the summertime.
No, it's always midnight or something weird. We always get like night lightning.
So again, in this new podcast, she said the first time she was struck, she was doing dishes and saw the lightning enter her pipes. Damn. Then comes surging out of her faucet. Girl.
Yeah, girl.
That's just way too Martha Stewart. Well, I was cleaning up after cooking and...
Well, say, all right, they're all pretty Martha Stewart. Second time, she said it hit her in her stomach and knocked her on the, or that came through the pipe, hit her in the stomach, knocked her on the floor. Second time, she got zapped in the ear when a bolt of lightning came through her phone.
I'm thinking a landline phone.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
So when I was a kid,
we were told that.
We were always told, get off the phone during thunderstorms.
Yep, correct.
Get out of the tub.
That's the other
hang up the phone.
That's the other one.
Third time. Where do you think she got struck the third time? Remember, it's very Martha Stewart. First time she was cleaning. Second time she's on a landline.
She was in the garden.
Mike is correct.
Yes! Makes sense.
And then I kind of respect this out of her. She is kind of a tough old broad. She said when she's done, just chuck her in a hole of the property and compost like her horses. When one of my horses died, we dig a giant hole, really deep, in one of my fields. The horse is wrapped in a clean white linen sheet and very carefully dropped down into a giant, lovely grave.
Why does she say clean white linen? We don't think it's going to be
Because
dirty.
Martha Stewart's got a backhoe laying around.
What we did is we wrapped it in the lace doily.
Well, Martha Stewart, I would imagine, too, is not somebody that ever has, like, she's not like me, right? Like, there's not 2 sheets sitting on her washer waiting to get washed.
Yeah, I think
You know what I mean?
you're
Like, I
probably
feel
right.
like after, like, day 1 or 2, like, she's, boom, we got to wash.
You know what, man? That's her image. We might, you break into her house, she doesn't know you come. She might be a slob, a hoarder. You know what I mean? Like, hey, that's just my image on TV. I have newspapers from 1978. Every day, all the way through.
So I have some theories, but mine kind
You
of...
think she has anything in Tupperware that she can't identify sitting in the back of the freezer?
No. But I think
believe
she's
it.
into dirty stuff.
Oh, I think so too, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't say she's open about that, but she makes it clear that I like sex.
That's my saying with my theory on Tom Brady.
Okay.
He's always been the captain of his team
Sure.
and this and that.
You
I
think he's
in-
submissive?
In the bedroom, yes.
Do it again.
Well, you might not be wrong.
The whole fist might fit.
Right, make me your... let's see. Masked Singer's returning for 14th season next month.
God, it's been that many. All right.
It's got... Well, here's the deal.
I know, so 7 years, 14
Right, because that's the
seasons,
problem
right?
is now TV has split it up into 2 like it used to be you just had a season, right?
Yeah.
And now, right, so now they have 2, there's 2 seasons, but it's on twice a year. And then don't give me that mid-season finale crap.
Oh, I know. Another Christmas break.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. It is what
Correct.
it is. But,
And
right,
people-
you brag about your seasons. Like, okay, a TV show from the 70s or 80s, if they say we were on for 20 seasons, that meant I was on for 20 years. Right.
So this one's going to have 18 new costumes that include a giant eggplant. Queen Corgi. The croissants. I don't know. There's a couple words in here. I don't even know what they are. A pug Casio.
I don't even know what that sounds
I
like.
guess it's a pug dog.
Oh, a pug Casio?
And it's like a keyboard.
That's what I'm picturing.
But they're going to do some cool stuff. There'll be a tribute to Ozzy Osbourne called Ozfest. His daughter Kelly will make appearance. She was on season 2 as a ladybug. They'll also have some theme nights that include a Star Trek night. They'll have Clueless night, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle night, Twilight Saga night. Miles will be in for that. Spice Girls celebration.
Ted will be in for that.
Well, they're trying to hit everybody.
And a tribute to the Care Bears.
Oi, okay.
Oh,
Actually,
maybe
you know what,
not
man?
almost everybody.
My first gig ever as a musician with my band. The first gig we ever got, it was at the Highland Town Fair or something like this. So we're like, cool, we're going to play our first gig. So we roll up to the appointed spot. We find the stage. Now, on the stage when we got there was a clown making animal balloons. Mike, you'll appreciate that. Or balloon animals for the kids. But behind him, firmly painted on the stage, they could not be removed, were the Care Bears.
Awesome.
Dude, and
You couldn't have asked for a better backdrop.
But we were like, we are a metal band. Here's the Care Bear. We just went up there and did our thing anyway. But it was, I remember the stage itself was baby blue, and 4 big-ass Care Bears were painted on the back. And I'm like, here we go. The rock and roll lifestyle, baby. Care Bears and a clown.
Sounds like Spinal Tap.
It felt that way, but, we're 16, 15 years old, whatever. And I'm like, we'll take it.
I think it'd be good for a lot of people to see some of the rooms that bands play in.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? And some of the crazy stuff. Like nowadays, you could see more footage.
Sure.
Because everybody's kind of had more cameras since early 2000s.
Oh, yeah.
But some of those rooms, I mean, hell, even our buddy Kyle, right? Superfecta.
Yeah.
I remember years ago, I was doing one of those car toys, all day tent sale.
Yeah.
But they had to play at noon or 1. And it was just me. You know what I mean? It's nothing against their band. It's just you're in a parking lot at noon. There's
Here
not
we
a
go.
ton of people there yet.
Yeah.
It's but you still have to play.
You got to do it. It is a weird feeling, but you're like, F it. Let's just plug in and go.
Hopefully
man.
you can draw them in.
Yeah.
The little kids loved us. They thought it was great.
Well, it's like with comedians too, right? Like when you see comedians, let's say you're down at Tacoma Comedy Club, right? Or that's a big room, and they're established, but there's people in there. But when you got to perform and there's just 5 people, they're making eye contact,
and you need to make them laugh.
Correct. It's very awkward, right? It's like doing a stager and there's nobody there. Just all
How's
right.
everybody? I'm sorry. How are you feeling tonight?
Yeah, or you doing an impromptu stager for a local band, and one guy claps. And on the microphone, you go, thanks, one guy. Anyhow, didn't happen to me this summer, Miles.
Wow.
Google's got some of the top 25 searches in entertainment and sports. So let's start with the movies, right? Thunderbolts was number 5.
All right, it's funny. I don't think it did that well at the theater.
I don't think it did
But
either.
there was a lot of build-up to it.
There was, and I think it was rated decently well. So as far as,
I watched the
audience
preview.
appreciation.
I just haven't watched it yet. I think I might enjoy it. I don't know.
I've just fallen off.
Happy Gilmore 2.
Okay. Of course. Yeah.
Still gotta watch that.
Yeah.
I mean,
guess.
I know it's worth a watch, but that's about all it's going to be worth.
That is. I find
You know what you're getting. The formula's already there. They're just, it's back to like Coming to America 2.
Sure.
You know basically what the idea is going to be.
Right.
And so those are your expectations.
And what's the old sports joke? Miles, you know it. What's the best sports movie of all time?
Caddyshack 2.
Caddyshack. What's the worst sports movie of all time?
Caddyshack 2, yeah.
Third on the list was Minecraft movie.
That's kind of funny. Like, my kids saw it because they all grew up playing Minecraft. And my son, he had an interesting take. So I didn't see it. I have no urge to. But his review, it struck me as like Rocky Horror Picture, where he's like, the movie was stupid. It was bad. But we knew it would be stupid and bad. We went anyway, and it was a lot of fun. And people did interact with, I don't know, there's some scenes that, like, so you go to Rocky Horror Picture, right? Getting hit with toast and all that kind of thing. So he's like, it was a great experience, but the movie was crap, kind of thing.
All right. Next on the list was Sinners.
Oh, yeah, it's Michael B. Jordan.
That was a good movie.
Is it worth watching, man?
Yes.
I've seen, okay.
Yeah, it was really,
looks
really
kind of
cool.
intense.
There's some intensity to it, yes. It's not like a, oh my God, gory horror movie. There's blood to it, but it was a really, really fun ride. It was a good movie.
Okay, we'll check it out.
All right. I've been waiting to say this because I don't want to get attacked for it. I didn't care for it.
Not so
So you
much.
did see it?
I
and
watched
didn't like
about
it.
half of it and kind of turned it off. But I'm also not a big horror film.
Sure.
But again, it's Michael B. Jordan, and there's some race aspects. So I've seen a lot of people say I didn't like it, and it's like, and I guess there's a line, and then y'all clan or whatever. It's like, no, it has something to do with it. It's like it's a black horror movie. Like, I don't know. I just didn't like it.
But even if you don't like a horror movie, I don't just like rom-coms, but some of them are just good movies. Right?
Correct.
So it's a different kind of take. It has nothing to do with the horror. It has to do with the movie.
Did you get when it kind of took a turn there? You know, it starts out as they're just trying to build the bar, but then it takes a turn about halfway through.
Yeah, and that's kind of when I checked out.
That's when you checked out of it. Okay.
But I was like, everybody keeps talking about it. But I was like, I don't know if I want to say this. I'm going to come off bad. But I was like, I just didn't care for it.
I think it got a little overrated. I will
All
give you that. It was still a fine movie. I think worth a watch. But a little bit. People took it a little bit too far with overrating it.
Number 1 was obviously K-pop Demon Hunters.
Which, again, I know nothing about it other than apparently it is massive. It is huge. My wife played a song the other night. And I'm like, I've never heard of this before in my life. And she's like, it's from K-pop Demon Hunters, and it's the biggest thing. And I'm like, look, I know I'm old and out of the loop, but Christ almighty. For all the hype I've heard about it, I'm shocked at how little I know about it.
The song is popping off. I don't know if people like the movie near as much as they like the song. It's got anime features to it. It's got an animation style that's kind of like Into the Spider-Verse, that sort of style of animation. So there's aspects to it that I think people could truly enjoy, but I think the song is doing more than anything with it.
Yeah, like I don't know a ton of K-pop. I really only know that one band, Blackpink, and then the girl.
I've heard the name.
Right, the girl Lisa from it, but she did some songs with Diplo, so that's kind of how I found it.
Okay.
But then I tried to watch her whole thing at Coachella, and I was like, I don't get this, and I feel like an old creep watching that girl on stage.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I mean,
that's fair.
she's in her 20s, but just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, the K-pop thing, it's like, I don't know.
There's an aspect to it.
There is a little bit of an odd aspect to it. All right, let's see. What are you going to watch this weekend? Hey, college football nerds and junkies like me, you got some championship games on this weekend, but that's about it. Also, if you want to see a man lie on national TV, watch Game Day featuring Lane Kiffin. Justice for Juice.
You are still hurting on that, aren't you?
I'm pissed. I am pissed. He lied about a goddamn dog.
You lied about a dog?
Dog. His dog Juice.
Oh,
He was just using it for photos. Belongs to a shelter. Apparently he's a hunted dog. Good at his job. But now Juice is going to LSU. Might get eaten by Mike the Tiger. Yeah, you can tell I'm still frustrated. He's going to lie his ass off. Now, if you like F1, Sunday morning is the last race, 5 a.m., Abu Dhabi. there is three guys that can actually win. Usually it's all wrapped up by this time of year. So that should be pretty exciting. Then if you're like me, get a cup of coffee after the race, put a little Bailey's in it, and then get ready for your Seahawks at 10 a.m.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, a local man unintentionally broke the world record for the number of unsuccessful attempts to get a fitted sheet on a mattress. But first, earlier today, a woman crashed her car into the storefront of a local business. No one was injured, but she lost control of a vehicle because of an ill-timed sneeze.
Oh, man, it's tough when you sneeze without warning.
I have to agree with you there. Just yesterday morning, I sneezed while brushing my teeth.
At least you weren't driving.
No, but I had a mouthful of toothpaste and water that ended up on the bathroom mirror. My lovely wife was not pleased. It made quite the mess.
I hear you, Playboy. You ever sneezed with a mouthful of Jell-O?
No, I have not sneezed with a mouthful of Jell-O.
Now that makes the mess, man. How'd you get those stains out of a wedding dress?
You sneezed Jell-O onto a bride? On her wedding day?
Yeah, man. You ever sneeze on a baby's head?
On a baby's head?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
Ever plug your nose to stop a sneeze into pooping yourself?
Absolutely not, no.
Ever poop yourself and that made you sneeze?
How would that even happen?
I do not know, Stone. I am not a doctor. I'm just telling you my experience. You ever sneeze while you're hiding naked in a woman's closet because her husband came home early?
I don't even want to know this story.
It explains itself, Playboy. You ever sneeze on someone's rice?
Have I sneezed on someone's rice? No, Felix, I have not sneezed on someone's rice.
I have. Years ago, I worked at a sushi joint, man. I probably sneezed on someone's rice about 6 times in the year that I worked there.
That's like once every 2 months.
Oh, man, I sneezed in your coffee mug more than that.
Wait, what?
Your coffee mug, man. I sneezed in that more than I sneezed on the sushi roll.
You sneeze in my coffee mug?
Sometimes, man. Not a lot, but sometimes, yeah.
Why would you sneeze in my coffee mug?
Because I don't always have a tissue, Stone. And I only ever have to sneeze when I walk by your desk, Playboy.
Why do you only sneeze at my desk?
I'm allergic to your desk.
That doesn't make any sense. All of our desks are the same.
No, There's definitely something different about your desk. It makes me sneeze too.
Are you being serious right now, Bonnie? My desk makes you sneeze.
Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah. Your desk makes me sneeze. I think I'm allergic to it too.
The two of you are allergic to my desk.
It seems that way, Playboy.
Yeah, your desk makes us sneeze. One time I sneezed a mouthful of marshmallows into your coffee mug.
What?
I had a mouthful of marshmallows, and when I got to your desk, I had to sneeze. And then I sneezed. And in the blink of an eye, the marshmallows in my mouth were in your coffee mug.
You sneezed marshmallows into my coffee mug?
I'm really sorry about that, but you didn't even notice. In fact, you poured a cup of coffee and said that the creamer seemed extra creamy. I knew that it was just the marshmallows and mucus, but I didn't say anything.
Bonnie, how long ago did this happen?
That was yesterday.
That is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard.
It was also pretty disgusting to watch.
She ain't lying, Playboy. Watching you drink that was tough, man.
Wait, you knew I was drinking this?
Well, yeah, man. We always sneeze at your desk.
Because we're allergic to it.
That's when we agreed to go to commercial break. But now I use a sealable thermos, and I got a new desk.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Before we begin, Felix, I have to ask, what happened to you this weekend?
Oh, nothing, man. Why?
You're covered in bandages.
Oh, that? Yeah, man. I was helping my uncle at his dairy farm.
What happened at the dairy farm that left you with so many cuts and bruises? The most common injuries from cows include kicks or headbutts or getting trampled even.
Yeah, my uncle doesn't have cows, man.
Goats?
Nope.
Sheep?
No, not on his dairy farm, Playboy.
What kind of dairy farm doesn't have cows or sheep or goats?
My uncle's. He doesn't milk cows. He milks other mammals.
Other mammals?
Yes, Stone, other mammals.
Other mammals.
That is correct, no matter how many times you ask. My uncle's farm specializes in other mammals. All female mammals produce milk, man.
I know that, Felix. It's just that on most dairy farms, the farmers milk cows or goats or sheep.
Or buffaloes or camels.
Ah, your uncle has buffaloes and camels then?
Nope. My uncle's dairy farm has squirrels, chipmunks, rabbits, bats.
Bats? Your uncle milks bats?
Along with squirrels, chipmunks, raccoons, possums.
Possum milk?
Yeah, man. You ever milk a possum?
What? Of course not.
Possums have 13 nipples, Playboy.
13?
Yeah, and no matter which one you grab, that possum puts up a fight.
Is that what happened to you this weekend?
The possums were part of it, man. Weasels don't like getting milked either.
You were scratched.
And bitten, Playboy.
You were scratched and bitten by possums and weasels because you were milking them.
Like I said, man, some animals do not appreciate being milked. Lemurs, on the other hand, lemurs make it weird.
You milked a lemur?
I milked several lemurs, Playboy.
And the lemurs make milking them weird. Weirder than the fact that you're milking a lemur in the first place.
Yeah, lemurs maintain eye contact through the whole process. Made me very uncomfortable, man.
Let me get this straight. Your uncle has a dairy farm, but he milks possums and weasels and lemurs.
And rabbits, squirrels, chipmunks, raccoons, and bats, yeah.
And what does your uncle do with these various milks?
Well, like any dairy farmer, man, he makes a bunch of products. Hard cheese, soft cheese, cream cheese, sour cream, butter, yogurt, you name it.
And he sells these products?
Well, yeah, Stone. That's his whole business, man. You can find him at the farmer's market. His best seller is the Bat Sour Cream. Which reminds me, my uncle wanted me to gift you a block of weasel cheese. He's a big fan, man.
That is a block of cheese made from the milk of a weasel?
Yes, sir, and you're welcome.
Tell your uncle he shouldn't have. Seriously, he shouldn't have. This is an interesting odor.
Okay, well, the texture is even more interesting.
Good to know. For our more adventurous viewers out there, what is this name of your uncle's dairy line?
Your own personal cheeses.
Like the song Your Own Personal Jesus.
Exactly. That song was supposed to be my uncle's jingle, but they changed cheeses to Jesus, and they got a hit song out of it.
You're telling me that Depeche Mode wrote Your Own Personal Jesus as a jingle for your uncle's dairy products?
Yeah, until they changed cheeses to Jesus. My uncle's still mad about that one, man. But a lot of big musical acts screwed over my uncle Playboy. Started years ago with Neil Young.
Your uncle hired Neil Young to write a jingle for his dairy farm? Neil Young?
Yeah, he wrote a jingle called Rockin' in the Brie World.
Rockin' in the Brie World? Come on, Felix.
Then the late Tina Turner, man, she did my uncle dirty, man.
Tina Turner?
Yeah, she sang a song called Cheddar Be Good to Me, but changed cheddar to better. Pearl Jam did the same thing.
Pearl Jam?
Yeah, they wrote a jingle called Butterman.
Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Man uses a stolen credit card to buy $65,000 worth of booze. Meanwhile, when you stalk minors and try to burn their homes down, you'll definitely make the news. California police bust a fake TikTok cop. A drunk woman shows everyone her entertainment and dining shop. And Detroit finally erects a statue of one of their finest. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my cock.
I know exactly where the boy is at because they entice me too. Our top story is brought to you by the fine folks at Lacrosse Footwear. We go to Florida where a woman was arrested for simply walking down the street, Miles. A local police officer was parked in a patrol vehicle when a woman was observed on the sidewalk, but what caused the officer to step in was her choice of attire, or more accurately, lack thereof.
All right.
She had no pants on, and her undergarments were around her knees, quote, exposing her buttock and vagina area. To top it all off,
Vagina.
Vaginal?
The old vagina.
Not the vagina, Ted.
The vagina.
Come on, man. It's a family show.
To top it all off, she was
My
drinking from a plastic-wrapped liquor bottle at the time that she was spotted by the officer, who moved in and placed her under arrest.
Let's keep her.
She's now
looked
facing
like-
several charges.
She's been around the block a couple of times, apparently. But she looked like she probably was good looking at some time in her life.
Well, of course, they all are.
Not now.
She was walking around with a liquor bottle that was 3/4 empty, Steve.
That's why she looked the way she looked.
Yeah.
But damn. I was like, come on, man.
Somebody take a walk.
I've been hammered. I've gotten in trouble for a lot of things as a result. And other than waking up with the motorcycle helmet, I have had my clothes on.
Guy, air this puppy out.
Right? That's the one thing. What, you're searching your brain, Ted, aren't you?
Yes.
You know me a long time. You see me drunk a lot. When was I naked?
The only time I've seen you fully naked, I don't think we were drinking. You were just trying to prove a point in the studio.
Okay, that was different. Yes. That I was completely sober. Yeah.
Why were you?
I lost the bet.
Okay.
To two chicks, and they said if you lose, you got to show us your wang.
Okay.
And I lost, so I popped it out.
All right. In other news, we go to California.
That's the entire story.
Enough said. We go to California for another story of an officer being in the right place at the right time. An officer was driving down the road one day when he noticed a fellow officer in an unmarked truck conducting a traffic stop on the side of the road. The kicker is the officer knew that there was no fellow officer that operated such an unmarked truck and decided to investigate. Sure enough, his suspicions were correct. He had a conversation with the driver of the truck, who turned out to be a man that had bought a set of police-style lights off of the TikTok shop and mounted them to his truck.
If you want to be a cop that bad, why don't you just start training? Why don't you go through whatever you need
They
to do?
have an academy.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to be a cop. He just wants to pull people over. When he asked why he conducted the stop, the TikTok cop responded, quote, "The guy cut me off. That's why he doesn't want to be a cop."
Right.
That's by the time that the fake cop was arrested, being informed that it is, in fact, illegal for a civilian to have police lights, to which he simply responded, "I didn't know that." Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
This. You know why real cops don't get cut off? Because we know the cops.
Correct.
That's all.
He was
Everyone
arrested.
slows down. We don't cut. When you're a real cop, you rarely get cut off by a civilian.
He was arrested and his truck was towed. The PD encouraged anybody to call 911 if they're unsure if they're being stopped by a fake or a real officer. Here's my thing.
Can you imagine calling 911? I'm talking to a cop.
Right.
I just decided to play the card.
Right.
Like, I don't think you're a real cop. And I'm going to call 911. Is it worse for me at that point?
I think if it's an unmarked, they'll kind of give you the benefit, like, all right, do your due diligence. It also depends on what you're being stopped for.
Right.
But I think if it's a straight up marked police cruiser.
Hang on, I'm calling 911.
Hang
buddy.
on, I don't believe you.
Until you hear his walkie like, there's a jackass you're talking to right now. Please continue. Can that dumbass hear this conversation? Let him know you're a goddamn cop, right?
I think that they have dealt with a lot worse than verifying that it's actually a cop. So, but what's your play? You pull somebody over because you're mad that they cut you off.
And now what?
You gonna go terrorize them now? Throw the book at them, as it were, to scare them? What are you gonna do?
I mean, I think some of those people too are psychos.
Yes.
Like, what was the guy? Somebody was in Bremerton. He got arrested and had all the fake badges on it. And then the real cops are just like, it's not hard. It's like people that try to pull stolen valor, right? There's just certain things. I hang out with enough military people that like we just don't know those terms,
right?
And they can figure it out like that. Yeah, Sergeant Smith sent me over.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I got you.
Sergeant, huh? Didn't know we had that in the Navy.
We go to Pennsylvania where local thieves at least make sense. A man has been arrested after he was found to have committed a number of crimes involving identity theft, access device fraud, theft by deception, forgery, and other related offenses. He allegedly used fake IDs and stolen cards to place more than 200 online orders totaling $65,000 worth of goods that he picked up from stores in 21 counties across the state. All of which were liquor purchases. Authorities eventually caught wind of his scheme and tracked down the 26-year-old to arrest him.
He's trying to bring all that back to Brooklyn and sell it. That was the plan.
Oh, was there a plan? I'm
Yeah,
like,
he was
that
going down
just
to
seems
Pennsylvania, but
wild.
buying it a little bit cheaper than
to steal
$5,000 and it's all booze.
That's damn right. But just in case those stories left a bad taste in your mouth,
Thankfully, there's good news.
we go to Detroit where a project is finally finished. The saga began back in 2011 when a suggestion was made about an art piece that should be erected to raise the spirits of the community that gained quite a bit of traction. But in spite of the public interest, leadership announced that there was no plan to go forward with the project. Undeterred, the community rallied together, building public interest, and even launched a funding campaign that raised more than $65,000 to make this project happen. After a long-fought battle, they can all now sit back and marvel at the 11-foot-tall bronze statue of RoboCop that they've gotten erected in the city.
Haven't they been fighting for that for years?
Since 2011.
Yeah.
They hope to have an official ceremony to acknowledge the statue in the near future, in which that they hope to get an appearance by Peter Weller himself.
What else is it doing?
Was RoboCop from Detroit? Is that why they did it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was supposed to take place in Detroit.
Gotcha. Men's Room Sports, college action on tonight for the most part. The Trailblazers are on CW, and there's hockey on NHL as far as tomorrow. You got some college championship games on ABC and ESPN, college hoops on CBS, FS1, and True TV, and the Kraken host the Red Wings tomorrow at 7 over on Kong. As far as Sunday, the Seahawks got the early game against Atlanta over on Fox at 10 a.m., and then you've got more college basketball over on ESPN as well as NFL football all day long. As far as your weather, mostly cloudy over the weekend with the shower starting on Sunday through Saturday. It looks like it actually might be a half-decent day. Should be a nice day tomorrow.
All right.
Temperature sticking to the low 50s and the high 40s range as far as the levels there. That's it for your headlines with that. Have a good weekend. Mike Hawk is out.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Hey, Jolene's coming up next. She's got unwrapped tickets for you all weekend long here on The Rock.
Yes, indeed. It's all true. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend. In the meantime, hell, we be all about this bitch. So until Monday, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network.
Oh, man!
A Double Flush production.